time. I guess it's time. So let's start the show, shall we? Shall we? Yes, we shall. Welcome. Welcome to the Order 42. Most of the time it's on Tuesdays, sometimes Wednesdays, but this week it's on Tuesdays, and for the foreseeable future it'll be on Tuesdays. Live stream. That's the official title. It's probably not. But how's it going, everybody? How's it going? It's good to see you guys. It's good to see you guys here. You know, hanging out, chilling. And that's what we're going to be doing tonight. We're going to be hanging out and chilling. Hanging out and chilling. But I do, look, I mean, this happens, right? We have some bad news to start the stream. I just want to share this if you hadn't seen it already. And that is, unfortunately, we lost George Wendt. He played Norm on Cheers. He's been a character actor for years and years and years. It's just one of those things, you know. We have to acknowledge what he gave us. So many, man, really, his performance on Cheers was amazing, but other great performances as well across movies and other TV shows. So, George Wendt, we salute you. Just wanted to bring that up and start the show with it because, I mean, he's definitely part of my childhood. So, George Wendt, everybody. George Wendt. But anyway, let's say hi to everybody because look, we got all kinds of people in here. Oh, by the way, I will start this off with all of you people in here. So, usually this stream lasts until around 10. But last week we tried a thing where when the show was over, we jumped right into Discord and we just kind of continued the conversation. And it was just, let's just hang out for a couple hours. And I think if we do that every week, I think it'll just be fun. So if you guys are up for it, I'm up for it. So yeah, after the stream, go over to the Discord, get into the what you call it? The voice channels down at the very bottom. It's like listed at the bottom. Get in there and we can actually have a conversation, like an actual back and forth conversation. You can turn your camera on, you can turn your camera off, whatever. But it's fun. And if you want, hey, come hang out. Because last week we had a great time. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And we went till like right up to midnight, I think. So, yeah. I do like the hangouts. They are fun. But anyway, iChronic was up first saying, let's see, I have to, because of the way that the poll like covers up the first chat. I rock my effing socks off. This is lyrics from our latest song titled Rock Your Effing Socks Off. Yes, indeed, it's our brand new up and coming smash hit from our new album, Pissing in the Rain, and we are Space Marmalade. I actually forgot about that, and I was trying to think of it last night. I was like, what was the band name that we came up with? Space Marmalade. It's good stuff. An excerpt from your new spoof rockumentary. Just started writing it here in this chat room. I think we should all contribute. Hey, maybe start a thread over on the Discord, and we can just add to it. I think it'd be fun. And then Stop Fox, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Well, okay. I mean, that's your prerogative. But I'd like you to be here, you know, if you can. If you can, it's no big deal. I mean, you know, there's other live streams and all that kind of stuff. And unlike the watch-alongs, we can post them. They're just on the YouTube, and you can just watch them whenever you want. You can catch up. Anyway, Slade's movie, etc. I will be watching the movie Rob and the Sentient Spatula of the Andromeda Strain. Might just be a popcorn flick, but boy, is it good. I haven't seen that one. The Andromeda Strain is something that I'm interested in. I've never seen it. That's another one that I never watched. And I kind of want to see it. They just came out with a recent 4K release. Arrow, right? I think it was an Arrow Films release. I kind of want to see it. Ninjinzu joined us last night for the member movie watch-along Howl's Moving Castle. Again, I apologize for making that poll visible to everybody. I did delete it, so if you didn't see it, well, it might have been because I deleted it. But anyway, I felt bad because it was like I don't want to confuse things and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, yeah. And Cosmo, welcome. No, Star Fox only has the 2 that I know of, at least. So there you go. I do what I want, America. That's right. That's what I say to you, Ricky. And Jody B, what's up? Jody, are you in the Discord? Because I'll just say this. If anybody is a member of the channel and you have a different name over on Discord, I can't see it. So if you are a member of the Discord and you do want to take part in the watch-alongs and the members conversations and all that kind of stuff, you need to let me know so I can add you, because it's obviously a different name over there. So if you're a member, no pressure. If you want to be, cool. If not, no big deal. You know, hey, the content's still here. But if you do want to be a part of that, let me know so I can add you to those channels. So there you go. Hello, Robin chat peeps. Sorry I missed the movie. Yeah, I mean, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. And I will try to find a place for it. I've got to try to compress it a little bit because it's huge. It's like 6 gigs. And I don't think anybody wants to download that. So I'm trying to figure out where, number one, where I should put it. And then number two, you know, how to compress it, all that kind of stuff. But we'll figure that. Excuse me. I'll figure that out here in the coming days. I will figure that out. Probably tomorrow. I have some time tomorrow. I'll see what I can do about, because I do have a Google Drive. I also have Dropbox. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyway. Yeah. In the horror movie House. Yes. Yeah. I mean, George Wendt had, like I said, a storied career. He had so many different things where he was a part of. I'm trying to think of the one movie that I remember being kind of shocked that it was him playing this part. Let me see. Oh yeah, I forgot the George Wendt Show. He was in Forever Young. He was in Fletch. Oh, Fletch. I forgot he was in Fletch. Yeah, that was. I mean, look, I love Fletch. I know that Chevy Chase has, you know, his critics, but I loved Fletch. I should. Did they release a 4K of that, or was it just a Blu-ray? I kind of want that. But I mean, just look at how many. This is just in the 90s. Look at all the TV shows he did. He was in the Twilight Zone, Gung Ho, House. I completely forgot about him being in Fletch because he's not. Oh, Dreamscape. I remember. Yeah, I watched Dreamscape recently. I say recently, like in the last 8 months, and forgot that he was in that. And he's kind of plays I think he's a writer. But yeah, I mean, he's just look at all the stuff he's been in. I mean, just a crazy long career that he had. We're just now in the 2000s. And then we're in the 2010s. And then, yeah, he wasn't in as many things since 2020. But man, seriously, what a great career. A great presence. He had a presence. So, yeah, George Wendt. Time to rewatch all the seasons of Cheers. Yeah, Shazama. I mean, Cheers was a great show, and I had such a crush on Shelley Long. It was stupid. I thought she was like, she was something. And then Kirstie Alley. I mean, Kirstie Alley was, you know, Till Midnight. Well, you know, yeah, hang out. Last I saw him, he was on The Masked Singer. I mean, it may be a little too soon for that, Star Fox. But yeah, I try to be there, but I'm super sleepy. Carbonite, it's no big deal, man. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Discord, yeah, let's go. Rock Your Socks is a nifty Tenacious D song. I didn't know that. Clown Charlie Brown. I'm going to be here after all and ruin everything on Poipus. You don't have to ruin anything. Just, you know, chill. Did I like Howl's Moving Castle? Yes. I really enjoyed it. And that's one of the things that we were talking about is, do I do a thing? Because I want to watch them all now. The Grave of the Fireflies was the only Studio Ghibli film that I'd ever watched. And it was always in the back of my head, I want to watch them all. And I just never got around to it. So now it's kind of like, especially after seeing Howl's Moving Castle, which I remember hearing the term or the title and going, I don't get it. And I still don't 100% get it, but I really enjoyed it. The art was just beautiful. The animation's top notch, just top notch. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I would like to watch all of them. So the thing that we were talking about is, do we do a thing where, we kind of do a watch along, but for everybody? Because I know that not everybody's going to be up for watching, Studio Ghibli films and hanging out and all that kind of stuff. But if you are, maybe I'll watch it with you guys. And then we can do the regular watch along, will be, locked behind the member thing where you have to pay me gobs of money. What is it, $3? I mean, but it's at the same time, it's kind of like, I want to give the members their money's worth. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to kind of just talk about it. So if you have thoughts, if you're a member, if you're not a member, let me know if you would be down for something like that. I think that would be really fun, because basically to go through, I'm not watching Grave of the Fireflies again. I mean, I'm sorry if you haven't seen it. It's really good, but that's not a, hey, let's watch Grave of the Fireflies again. I just don't see myself buying that or watching that again. But yeah, if you think it'd be cool, yeah. Yeah, I mean, just, all the things. I remember I was all stoked for The Strain. It started good, then got super boring. The Strain. I'm not sure what that is. I mean, that's a TV show, right? I never watched it. You can change your name just for Rob's Discord. Yeah, see, okay, and that's something that I have to figure out too. Is that and we were talking about this last night, was that I guess when I set up my Discord, it was linked to the Twitch, which we don't stream on Twitch anymore, right? So I'm trying to figure out, is there a way that I can, I'm sure it's just something that I've never looked into, is how to link up the YouTube. And then maybe the members thing, I won't have to worry about that. As long as you have your members and your Discord stuff linked, you'll automatically get access if you're a member of the channel. But I don't know how that works. I've never done it. So I guess I got to figure that out. But for now, it's all manual. So if, just like, Rufus the Red, when he gifted a bunch of channel memberships, well, I added everybody I could from that list that I had. And then when those gift memberships ran out, because a lot of them were people that don't come to the live chat. They're just random subscribers. What I had to do is I had to go in there and manually remove people, and then manually add people when people, join up. So like Derek, I don't think Derek's here. Derek was, he signed up for it last week, but I don't see his name in Discord. So I don't even know if he's joined. I mean, if look, here's the thing. If you're a member and you're just doing it to support me, hey, I appreciate that. But I also want you to have access to the member stuff if you want it, so just let me know. Just, let me know. You can let me know in chat, or you can, leave a comment somewhere or whatever. Just get a hold of me. So there you go. If you have Discord Turbo, you may be able to upload straight to a channel. That's interesting. I wonder if it would let me upload. That's very interesting, Ninjutsu. And I know that Discord Turbo is more? Like you have to pay for that? Turbo? Discord Turbo. Nitro. It's Nitro? I think Turbo's Twitch, isn't it? I don't know what it is. So Nitro, I think, is the thing. Custom and animated emoji everywhere. Blah 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 blah. 50 megabyte limit of files on basic. Up to 500 megs. So, man, trying to get that down to under 500 megs would be very difficult. So I don't know if that wouldn't be. I mean, all the animated stuff would be cool and all that stuff, but I don't pay for Discord right now. So, yeah, I don't know if that would be a thing. Yeah, I think it's Twitch Turbo, right? Because I have Twitch Turbo because that basically just gives you ad-free no matter if you're subbed or not. And the channel that you're watching gets credit as if I watched ads, which is kind of cool. But anyway. Yeah, see, look at there. Shozama, Kirstie Alley for me, and Icronic says Shelly gorgeous, Kirstie not so much. So, hey, I'm just saying I like both of them. Why not both? But I seriously had a real crush for Shelley Long. For sure. And especially in The Money Pit. Anyway. Yes, but this song is rock your effing socks off, more hardcore, giving you more than what you bargained for. See? You're already rhyming. Did you watch Howl's in English or Japanese, Shozama? I'm actually embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for you that you would have to ask me that. Of course, I listened in the original Japanese with English subtitles. I mean, isn't that the thing? You have to listen to it in the original Japanese? I'm just kidding. You look, watch foreign films or animated, anime or whatever. Watch it how you like. But for me, I always prefer listening to it in the original language because there are things that, I mean, especially with live action animation, it's kind of a toss up, but with live action in particular, with foreign films, you get the actors' inflection and everything, even if you don't understand the words. So I prefer subtitles. I prefer subbed, not dubbed. But again, hey, it's up to you. But no, I watch the Japanese. House Castle is good, but Ghibli just isn't for me. Glad others like it though. Yeah, and I can understand that. But I was blown away by the animation. It was amazing. Miyazaki is one of the last great animators of our times. Yeah. We should do a watch along of the Cowboy Bebop movie or City Hunter Netflix. See, I own the Cowboy Bebop movie and the whole series. It's over there somewhere. There it is. It's right there. You can't see it, but it's right there. I own it. And I've still never watched the movie. Because I loved the series so much, I didn't want it to end. So kind of not watching the movie kind of makes it feel like I have more to watch. I don't know. Is that weird? It's probably weird. My favorites are Spirited Away, My Neighbor Totoro, and Princess Mononoke. Doing Ghibli watchies would be cool. I think it'd be really cool. Non-member here, I recommend a film for all to watch is Lupin III, The Castle of Cagliostro. Isn't that the one? Didn't they just recently release that on like 4K, right? Lupin the Third. Let's just see. And then didn't you say that's Shozama? Didn't you say that that's like it's absolutely worth the price? Like you should totally just blind buy it? Because if that's true, I might do that. Because look, you haven't steered me wrong yet. I mean, look, we definitely have some differences in opinion on certain things, which is healthy. It's fine. No two people are gonna always like the same thing. But I mean, I kind of think you might be onto something, and I might just do a blind buy. Rosso Porco. I've never heard of that. Five FPS. Where is Rufus? I don't know. I actually thought about doing a DM on Discord. Just say, hey man, You okay? Everything good? And seen you since. In fact, he was there. He was here that first night when we launched the memberships, and he gifted like a ton of them, and then he hadn't been back. And it's not like, he needs to gift memberships or anything like that, but it's like, dude, you dropped all that dough on me for like no reason, and then you just disappeared. I don't know. But you know what? Hey, if he's the wanderer, then let him be the wanderer, you know? So yeah. 10 a month. Well, it's 3 a month for the regular membership. The extra special, you get extra, thanks at the end of every video. You get it's $10, but it's also, you're basically just supporting me more, which may be worth it to some, not worth it to others. And that's perfectly fine. But I was only going to do the $3 one. And then one of the things that, as I was setting it up, it kept recommending, hey, are you sure? You sure you only want one? Because, blah, blah, blah has shown that if you give multiple levels, I'm like, okay, I'll do it multiple levels. I was going to do a 3, a 5, a 7, a 10. And then they were like, just two. That's what they recommended. So I did. But it's up to you. It's up to you. You could change that too if you want. I mean, again, it's basically, buying my coffee for the month. That's really what it comes down to. Because, I get a percentage of that. And then, yeah. So, yeah. Up to 500 is not that good. LOL, never mind. Up to 500. I'm going to play Attic Attack on the 48K. I don't know what y'all are talking about. I'm confused. Talking about crushes, when I was a kid, I had a crush on Goldie Hawn. Well, Star Fox, you might be interested to see the pickups from this week. You might like one of the pickups I have. Just saying. You should rewatch Howl's in English and you can catch some other things you may have missed. Christian Bale and Emily Mortimer is fantastic. Yes, and that's the thing. With these high-profile animated features, you're going to have some stars in there, which might be good. It might be actually better. You might like retain more. So yeah, absolutely. But here's the thing. After watching Grave of the Fireflies and now Howl's Moving Castle, I want to watch them all. And then I want to buy them all. So now it's, do I go ahead and buy the Blu-rays or do I wait and hope that a 4Ks come out? I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Oh yeah, blind buy. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, my phone is hot. Lupin third. The 4K. Okay. The 4K is not available on Amazon right now. I'm just going to put it in my wish list. And that way it reminds me to go look for it. I have so many things in my wish list right now. It's kind of like my watch list. It's stupid. There's so many things. But anyway, there it is. It's in the list. I still have a crush on Goldie Hawn. I mean, she's definitely up there. But man, there's something about her. I've always liked her too. Saw Rufus probably 2 weeks ago. He was streaming. His channel said his last live stream was a day ago. Yeah, he's probably just been busy. Which is, that's fine. Overboard. No, it's not Overboard. It's not Overboard. But I mean, Overboard's a good movie. I mean, it's good, but I can't watch that movie anymore. I've seen it so many times, and it's kind of attached to my stepmom. And it's kind of like, I don't know, it's not bad memories or anything like that, but it's just a thing. But I can't watch Overboard anymore. But hey, I did want to bring this up. Retropalooza Houston is this weekend. So if you're going to be in the area, go to Retropalooza Houston. It's going to be a great time. Now, I say all this because I was going to go. But unfortunately, I don't think it's a good idea with my eye. See, I'm having... It doesn't hurt anymore. It's just annoying. And like right now, it feels like I have something in it. It's every day it gets better and better, but I don't think driving 4 hours to Houston is a good idea with my eye being jacked up. Also, I'm really sensitive to light right now. So I don't ever wear sunglasses ever. But when I go outside right now, I have to wear sunglasses because it hurts this eye. So it's weird. But I have no vision problems or anything like that. But it's, again, sometimes it's almost like it's overwatered or something. Like I just like start crying, tearing up out of this eye. Not a good idea for me to drive. So I will not, unfortunately, I will not be at Retropalooza Houston. But that doesn't mean that you can't go, and there doesn't mean that there's not some great people going to be there. Of course, look, you got Tim Kitzrow, you got Paul Niemeyer, you got Charles D. Moissant, you got Boogie, you got Nintendrew, who's a great guy. Of course, the Game Chasers, Stina Glitters, My Retro Life, who is just one of those great guys. And I don't know some of these people. Of course, I know 8-Bit Eric. I know General Malice. And of course, 16-Bit Pete. But yeah, it's going to be a great time. They've got, let's see. They're having a cosplay contest on Saturday. They're having, you can see them. Look at the tournament schedule. They're having tournaments. If you're into that stuff, man, come on, man. It's fun. And Retropalooza is always a great time. So yeah, there you go. Bird on a Wire, Private Benjamin. No, it's not. Neither one of those either. I found it in stock and on sale at Crunchyroll store. I linked in physical media. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Shozama. I will take a look. And maybe, just maybe, I'll throw it in the cart and buy things. Because apparently, I still can't stop buying things. Anyway, let's see. What's next? Oh, I did want to mention, I know not everybody's into the vaping stuff, the e-liquid poles and all that kind of stuff. Not everybody's into that. But there are people that enjoy that enjoy picking what flavor I'm going to try. And I love it because that's part of the fun of vaping is you get to try different flavors and all that kind of stuff. Well, I only have 2 bottles left in there, and they're both liquids. Actually, one of them is strawberry custard cookie, which never won a poll, and the other one is a banana butterscotch custard, which we've tried already, and it's just another bottle of it. So it's not like there's anything to choose right now, but it's Memorial Day. There's going to be sales. So I'm picking up some e-liquid this weekend so that we can have some stuff to try on the show, on the stream. Just try things. Anyway, so just, I know that it's been a while, but it will be coming back. Now, I wanted to, what are you seeing in the theater this weekend? That was the poll. 0% are going to see Lilo and Stitch, but here's the thing. Every single time, or every single theater that I checked, Lilo and Stitch is in multiple screens. Mission Impossible is only on 1 or 2, which scares me for Mission Impossible because I think Mission Impossible it's one of the great, maybe not great franchises, but they're solid franchises, right? Even the bad ones are still pretty good. Like, I think, in my opinion, I think Mission Impossible 2 is probably the worst one because it sticks out like a sore thumb. It feels like a different thing because it's John Woo and it's crazy. But I really like all the other ones. I love Dead Reckoning Part 1, which is now just Dead Reckoning. And I want to see how that story finishes in Final Reckoning. I'm excited for it. I'm going to see it. I've got the first possible screening that I can go to. And unfortunately, there's only one screening or one time in Dallas Fort Worth. There's only one time for an IMAX screening, and that is at 2:00. Can't make that. I can't make that time because my wife wants to go. She would punch me right in the pelvis if she knew that I went and watched the movie without her. And the nearest IMAX is about an hour away. So there's no way that I could watch Mission Impossible in IMAX. But I am going to watch it at 5:00. So I am watching it, and apparently it's 3 hours, almost 3 hours, which is, man, that's long. That is long. But it's going to happen. It's going to happen. But it just scares me that there doesn't seem to be a lot of screens. Like, let's just see. Let's just see, shall we? Let's see. No. I'm going to just put in Dallas. I don't understand why Dallas, Texas is not the number one. Like who's heard of Dallas, Colorado? You know? I mean, come on. All right, Thursday. Okay, see now, that one's different because it's Alamo Drafthouse. So you got Lilo and Stitch, four screening or four times. But then you go to, okay, now see, it's different. It's actually seems like it's updated. I've never been to Cinepolis. I don't know. Violet Crown, 4 screens on Lilo and Stitch, 0 for Mission Impossible. Texas Theater, there's Friendship. I've heard that's actually good. Here we go. Oh, the Angelica. Two showings for Mission Impossible. None for Lilo and Stitch. Okay, these are all the small guys. Okay, here we go. AMC North Park. Now, see, look at this. This is updated. Because when I was looking, it was like Lilo and Stitch had so many different screens, so many different times, and Mission Impossible only had a handful. Interesting. Let me see if I can find a Cinemark. Let's see. Cinemark. One match. Where? Okay, let's do this. Arlington. Don't allow. Get out of here. Studio Movie Grill. AMC East Chase 9. Okay. Wait. Thursday. Studio Movie Grill. Okay. So there's 6 and 5 on that one. Yeah, see, this is what I saw right here. So at AMC East Chase 9, there's 10 showings for Lilo and Stitch and 3 for Mission Impossible. And I'm like, what's going on? So did Mission Impossible just not make, or who is that? That's Paramount, right? Did Paramount not make the deal? In Dallas, it seems to be another thing, but in Fort Worth, there's 10-3 on that screen. Okay, even 5 and 5. Yeah, look at this. This is AMC The Parks, which is man, I saw a lot of movies at the Parks back in the day. So you got 17 screenings for Lilo and Stitch at the Parks and only 8 for Mission Impossible. Okay, 11. Wait a minute, this says IMAX. That's interesting. I didn't know that one had an IMAX screen. Huh. Anyway. So basically the thing is I'm rooting for Mission Impossible because Tom Cruise has done so much for the movie industry. I mean, especially during the pandemic, you know. I mean, the thing with Top Gun where he said, no, you're not putting that on streaming. It needs to be in the theater. And what did it do? It made over $1 billion. And it was Tom Cruise's, which is, it's baffling to me that Tom Cruise, there's never been a Tom Cruise movie that's hit $1 billion. Just amazing to me. But that one was his first one. So, look, you can say what you like about him as a person, but as a member of an industry that I love, he's good stuff. So, yeah. Seems like old times. Iconic, that's a good movie. In fact, all of those movies that have been listed, they're good movies. But no, it's not Seems Like Old Times. MI2 is the only bad one and it's still watchable, but all the others are great. I agree with you, Star Fox. I mean, I love the Mission Impossible movies. I own them all digitally. I own Dead Reckoning on 4K, but I think honestly, I still think that the first one is my favorite. I love the way that it's shot. I love it's not just an action stunt piece. There's intrigue and you don't know who's on whose side. I mean, I love the way that the movie's done. I love that movie. And you can't change my mind. You can't change my mind about it. It's just the truth. Can't. Let's see. I may watch Mission Impossible Sunday or the following weekend. Fair enough. Fair enough. Stained. It's been a while. Yeah. Since I could hold my head up high. He doesn't sing like that. Rob, I know you're excited for Final Reckoning, but what about Mission Impossible Final Shirkening? Also next week, Karate Kid Legends. Oh yeah. So I've already got the next 4 weeks planned. And there are some of those weeks that have multiple movies. So you're going to get extra Order 42 reviews that week. So sorry, but that's going to happen. I know that I think the 13th of June is How to Train Your Dragon and Elio. My wife wants to watch both of those. Elio, at least last time I checked, didn't have pre-sales going on yet. We already have our How to Train Your Dragon. I believe the previous week is Ballerina and also The Life of Chuck. And I want to see both of those. In fact, I think my wife wants to see both of those. So, and then Karate Kid Legends. Yeah. It's weird because I had it on my list that Life of Chuck came out the same day as Karate Kid Legends, but apparently got pushed back a week. So I really, really want to see that movie because I think, I love Stephen King. I mean, I know that especially lately, the political stuff, and it's just like, I don't care. I don't like talking about it. I don't like thinking about it. Just stop. But I love his storytelling. His storytelling is there's a reason why he's probably the number one selling author of all time. The dude is amazing. I don't even know if that's true. I make up stuff. But I love Stephen King. Oops. I love Stephen King, and The Life of Chuck is based on a story that I haven't read yet. So, there you go. Skinamark. Yeah, what if it was like that? It's like, well, I mean, I guess there are places kind of like that. I've never been to one, but would your wife be okay if you saw Lilo and Stitch solo? Shozama, she absolutely would, because she has no interest in seeing Lilo and Stitch. I had it on my list that she did want to see it because I thought we both watched the original animated movie and we both really liked it. So I was thinking, we'll probably watch it. She'll probably want to go see it and I'll go see it with her. She doesn't care anything about it. And she was like, well, aren't you going to see it? And I'm like, well, not if you aren't. That's, for me, the movie that I'm really focused on this weekend is Mission Impossible. I don't care that much about Lilo and Stitch. I mean, it's like, yeah, I like the original. I liked it. I don't need to see it in live action. I don't know. That's just me. I need to see Dead Reckoning, then Final. Need to get going. Oh, you mean you need to get going as in bye, Cosma? Bye. It's good to see you. It's always good to see you. I hope you're doing well. It's Lilo and Stitch though. People praise that movie and it's Disney, so I wouldn't be surprised if it has more showing. Yeah, but it's for as much as they were promoting Mission Impossible, it's odd that there were so few screens, so few showings. Like usually when a movie comes out on IMAX, Cinemark will put it on XD. There are no XD that I could find in my area. There are no XD screenings for Mission Impossible this weekend. And it may just be because of, because Lilo and Stitch has priority. Disney paid them to do it. I don't know. It's so weird. Okay, so I don't think it'll be a problem. They wouldn't care. But there's a haunted house that we actually shot a couple of things at back when we were doing the movie. I still get marketing text emails or text messages from them, which is odd. And I'm like, I've never actually been there. I'm not a customer. But anyway, Night Shift. No, it's not Night Shift. Even though that's with Michael Keaton, right? I don't think I've ever seen that movie, but that is Shelley Long and Michael Keaton. Or not Shelley. Wait, Shelley Long is... Now I gotta look it up. It's Shelley Long and Michael Keaton in Night Shift, is it not? IMDb. Henry Winkler, Michael Keaton, and Shelley Long. It's weird how I have this weird, almost encyclopedic kind of knowledge about movies, and even for movies that I've never seen. Maybe that's the blockbuster stuff. I don't know. Day Shift is great. Rufus the Red. Well, there he is. Rufus, were your ears burning? We were just mentioning that it had been a while since we'd seen you, and I hope everything's going okay. And yeah, you missed out on a couple of the watch along things, but that's okay. That's okay. I hope you're doing well, sir. Night Shift is better. I mean, maybe. I meant to say Mission Impossible: The Final Shrekkening and Star Shrek: The Next Generation. Well, there you go. Shrek is one of those things that I've never vibed with it. Like, I like the first one. I enjoy the first Shrek. But I was kind of done after that. And how many movies are there? Like Puss in Boots and all that stuff. And I heard the last Puss in Boots was like really good. But I just haven't watched them. I don't know. People praise Lilo and Stitch like they do the Iron Giant, but to each their own. Yeah, I mean, I'm just not a big Lilo and Stitch fan. Iron Giant, on the other hand, is a fantastic movie. But that's also one that it puts me in a somber mood. So I don't watch it very much. But I've seen it like 3 times. I own it digitally, but I don't own it on disc. Or wait, do I? Iron Man. No, Iron Giant. Yeah, I think I just own it digitally. I thought I had the DVD for some reason. Because there was a really, really nice... I remember wanting one of those special edition DVD sets with Iron Giant. And it was a nice set. And I guess I never pulled the trigger on it. So there you go. Stoked for Zootopia 2. Oh, yeah. I mean, look, it's kind of early, but there you go. Yes, the Zootopia 2 trailer was released today. And it's an odd trailer because it doesn't give you any story, but it's a teaser. So it's basically meant to go, hey, Zootopia 2, it's coming. And I love that first movie so much, and it looks insane in 4K. Now, I just have... If I'm not mistaken, yeah, I have the 3D Blu-ray of it, which it's amazing in 3D Blu-ray. But if you watch it on Disney Plus, it looks great. That movie I love that first movie so much. And it's the movie that made me realize that I'd been kind of sleeping on Jason Bateman. I never disliked him, but I never liked him. You know, I was kind of like, Jason Bateman. But this is the one that made me really like Jason Bateman. And then Ozark. Oh my God. That show. Holy crap. But anyway, I loved it. And Jennifer Goodwin is just like, I don't know what it is about her. She's got this really sweet personality that I just like. It's hard not to love her, you know, not all, being gross or anything, and she is cute, but it's more of she just got a lovable personality and she's perfect for this. So it's Jennifer Goodwin and Jason Bateman. It's great. I love that movie and I almost said I can't wait, but yes, I can. I'm excited. I'm excited for Zootopia 2 and it comes out November 26th. I'm down. What about you? What about you? Yeah, Zootopia I've watched that movie more than I care to admit. Because it was I did a lot of testing with Blu-ray players, and it was also a kind of a showcase movie. Like, it looks so good that when you put Zootopia in, hey, look at how Zootopia looks on this TV. Look at, you know what I mean? It was always one of those that, and it's also at the bottom of my digital list, right? Because it's Z. So all you do, right? The little swipey on the Apple TV. No, am I the only one that? That's what it sounds like. It's almost French. Right? All the way down. Zootopia. Pop it on. It looks amazing. So there you go. Switch days. I'm ADHD. Sorry, missed you guys. Well, I'm switched back to Tuesdays because the only reason that we weren't doing Tuesdays is because of Andor. I love Andor, and I had to watch it. I had to watch it as soon as it came out, and I didn't want to miss it, but I didn't want to not stream, so we streamed on Wednesdays for a month. Actually, only a couple of times because I got sick, and it's still. If I look like this, you could probably see it. It's just, it's red. And then I'm still healing from the stupid shingles. But Rufus, we miss you too, man. I'm just not that big of a fan of a Mike Myers fan. So Shrek doesn't do it for me. Oh, really? See, here's what's weird. I pretty much love Mike Myers. Like almost everything he's done, I do enjoy a lot of it. Not everything. I mean, of course, what's the really bad movie that he did? The Love Guru. Yeah, I never watched it because I heard it was so bad, and I'm like, I don't want to but I don't want to taint my view of Mike Myers. So I'm just gonna not watch that because apparently it's not good. So I didn't. Michael Keaton is a great Porco Rosso in Porco Rosso. Think I'm gonna rewatch it. Is that okay? Let's. Oh, that's weird. I mistyped and it still gave me IMDb. Interesting. Okay, so that's another. Oh yeah. Okay, I've seen things about this. Okay, I've never seen it. And again, I want to watch them all. And then if they're all as good as Howl's Moving Castle was, I want to own them all. So there you go. I always thought Shrek was overrated. I never need to see any again. It's just, I think the thing that I don't like about Shrek is the current popular things that they're drawing on. Like who cares that what was the princess name? Princess orange hair, green dress, Cameron Diaz. I don't remember her name. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But when she does the Matrix stuff in the first movie, and it's kind of like, and then there's things that they reference that's current time stuff. I've never liked I've never liked movies that date themselves with current references, you know? So, of course, you could argue that there's some of that in that original Star Wars movie with, it is for me, sister. Nobody says that crap anymore. Anyway, how would you feel about Michael Keaton playing old Sheldon Cooper in a movie or TV show? I would say that would be interesting. Probably an interesting acting challenge for him. I don't know if he would ever do it. I also probably, unless it was just, it looked hilarious or whatever, not my thing. The Big Bang Theory, we watched for 3 seasons and I was already tiring of it. And then my wife got tired of it. So it's one of those shows that just doesn't, it's like somebody who's not a nerd trying to write like a nerd. I mean, some of it works, some of it is very nerdy and very like, yeah, I get that reference. But it's the constant, it's sort of the same reason why a lot of Rogue One doesn't work for me, like all the references and stuff, when they're like literally elbowing you in the ribs going, hey, this is that thing you like, ha ha ha. That's kind of how a lot of Big Bang Theory feels. And then it started to feel like the same episode every time. Oh, they do something nerdy. Oh, the hot girl across the hall. Oh, she does something and funny. And then Sheldon says something really nerdy and comic relief and comic things. And it's just, I don't know. It got old. But there's a lot of people that love that show. And that show made a ton of money. They were all millionaires because of it. All of them. Like everybody. I don't know if that's true, but and then there's the Young Sheldon show. And I remember my dad telling me, dude, you got to watch that Young Sheldon. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm sorry. I just don't care. I don't care. And a lot of times for me, sitcoms have never really worked for me because it's like, I don't know. It just doesn't work for me. But hey, if you like it, good for you and more for you. The kid has a weird ass name, Hogarth. Is that in Porco Rosso? Yeah, Sheldon Cooper is the guy in The Big Bang Theory. So there you go. Arrested Development was top notch. Now there are always exceptions to the rule, right? Like I think, like I never really like religiously watched Modern Family, but that is a funny show. It is really funny. The Office is not a show that I watched when it was on, but that is a funny show. There are a lot of people swear by Parks and Rec. I couldn't get into it because I didn't get far enough. Apparently it gets really funny like in later seasons. I never watched that far, but I've seen clips and it is funny. There's Seinfeld, of course, classic. But for the most part, sitcoms just don't typically work for me. Yeah, the weird guy C-3PO looking dude from Big Bang Theory. Yes. I hate him, also hate that show. Yeah. I just think Michael Keaton looks like him. I mean, he definitely could play an older, for sure. For sure. Always Sunny. Always Sunny is one where I've seen clips. I've never watched a full episode. And it's because I don't actually know why. When did Always Sunny start? Usually it's like when a comedy starts and I'm busy doing something else, and then somebody's like, oh man, you got to watch this comedy. It's really funny. I very rarely will go back and start a show from the beginning. I just don't. When it's a comedy. Now I've done that for multiple drama or, with sci-fi shows or something like that, but never for a comedy, except for The Office. The Office is one I didn't watch a single episode until after it was already out for years on multiple different streaming services. and then it was on sale one day on Apple, and I was just like, was it $25 or whatever for the whole season or for the whole series? So I went ahead and bought it, and then fell in love with it. And my niece, when she comes over, she'll just put on random episodes, and I'll just sit and watch them with her because I've watched everything. I binged that show. I loved it so much. But there you go. I got called Sheldon at multiple jobs for years. Never watched it. I'm sorry they disgraced you that way. How long have we been back to Tuesday? Today's the first day. Because Andor, the last episode of Andor, or the last set of episodes was last weekend. Or last week. Yeah. Oh, there, today. Smart people seem like crazy people to dumb people. It is what it is. I mean, that is true. That is absolutely true. Holy crap. I'm so far behind. How am I so far behind? The way I say it, young Sheldon looks like the young Michael Keaton. So old Sheldon would be Michael Keaton. I wouldn't want Michael to disgrace himself by playing Sheldon. You have a Miyazaki Sensei tattoo? That's cool. Very cool. Very cool. I worked on the WB lot for years. Big Bang was wrapping up its last 2 seasons. By the end, the cars in these parking lots, by the end, the cars in those parking spots were insane. There was a couple of frugal cast members. Right. Okay. Interesting, Jody. Interesting. I would love to pick your brain about things, just different things. Like, tell me a story. You know what I mean? Like, I love the business. The business will chew you up and spit you out and all that kind of stuff. I get it. The money is crazy, you know, especially trying to get money to do something. But I'm in love. I'm still in love with the history of Hollywood, the way that things work. I love that stuff. Hogarth is the kid from Iron Giant. Oh, I didn't realize that. It's been a while. Recently finished Taxi, and even though I still enjoyed it, it hasn't aged as well as I thought. Yeah, and I mean, you know, yeah. I used to love Taxi as a kid because I loved Christopher Lloyd, and for some reason, I've talked about this before. So for some reason, I thought Judd Hirsch was just a good guy, and I liked him. And Marilu Henner was cute. I kind of had a thing for at a very young age that I knew that I definitely liked the girls. Anyway, Blitz the meme YouTuber. I don't think I've seen you here before. Welcome. Have ever heard of some indie animated shows / pilots? Maybe, I don't know. Like, I'm not sure what you're referencing. There's a lot of indie things that I've heard of, but I mean, who knows? Maybe, possibly. I tried to like The Office and Parks and Rec, didn't like them. Seinfeld wasn't bad, but the only ones I like are Always Sunny and 2.5 Men. See, 2.5 Men is another one where we watched it for a couple years. It's really funny, and then it felt like it was the same show the same. Like, hey, remember? I don't know. It was almost the stories were referencing themselves, and it just felt like a repeat of other episodes, and we lost interest. Modern Family was great. Never saw the last few seasons. My favorite of the newer sitcoms were What We Do in the Shadows. Never saw that one. I've never even seen, to my knowledge, I don't think I've seen even a clip from that. Seinfeld, finished it completely, and it's still good. Yeah, Seinfeld was really good. I watched Seinfeld. I probably watched half of Seinfeld in the middle. Like, I probably came in somewhat in the middle and then went to the end. And I don't think I've seen, like, I couldn't tell you where I started. Like, I mean, it was just, but Seinfeld was great. Sanford and Son always cracked me up. Also, Married with Children, Curb Your Enthusiasm, always fun shows to me. Sanford and Son, for sure. I would definitely watch that when I was a kid. Married with Children annoyed the hell out of me. I didn't like it. it never clicked with me. Curb Your Enthusiasm, we didn't have HBO at the time when that was on, so I never got into it. But Larry David, definitely helped out with Seinfeld, so there's definitely some crossover kinds of comedy, like very like cousins, I would say, in the comedy sitcom kind of thing. They're cousins. So I'm sure it's great. Rewatching Seinfeld now only on season 3. I've been watching for the first time Star Trek the original series. And I'm in the middle of season 2. And it's fantastic. So there's not a whole lot of, hey, I watched this week. You know what I mean? Because I will tell you one where I was bored one night and I'm like, I don't want to watch any Star Trek episodes because it's late. I just want to look through the streaming services and see if there's anything new that I might be interested in, right? Because especially like The Brutalist is now on. It's on one of the streaming services that I have, and so I'm like, oh, I need to see that. I still want to watch that. There's a lot that I still haven't watched. Like I had never watched Zone of Interest. Isn't that the previous year, or was that this year? I don't know. There's a lot on my watch list. Anyway, so I was just looking through, and looking through the recently added, to see what's new. And on Amazon Prime, they recently added the original Die Hard, and I clicked on it just to see 4K UHD. I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen Die Hard in 4K. I've never bought one of the Die Hard sets since the DVD set that I have. And so I was kind of like, I wonder what this looks like. So I popped it on and I'm like, oh, this looks really good. I watched the whole thing. So I hadn't seen Die Hard in probably 10 years. So it was actually really fun to watch it again. But there you go. There you go. I didn't miss anything. Just a bunch of not the right days. Well, I mean, yeah. You are far behind because I'm back. I know I type too much. No, everybody's chatting, and I love that. I love that. That's the conversation that I love. I love having a conversation with you guys. It's fun. To be honest, I've never really watched Seinfeld, but what I've seen was funny. There you go. Married with Children is funny, and Curb is good too, but these later seasons aren't as funny. Hey, I made a PG-13 fan edit of Scooby-Doo 2002 live action. My edit is closer to the original intended cut of the movie. I posted a picture of the Blu-ray I made of it on the Discord. Well, there you go. See, here's the thing. I've never seen that movie because I loathe Scooby-Doo. That's another one where all the kids, when I was young, all the kids loved Scooby-Doo. And of course, because a lot of the kids love Scooby-Doo, I had to sit there and watch it too. Daycare and you know what I mean? So I watched a ton of Scooby-Doo and I hate it. I've never liked it. I've never liked the Jetsons. I've never liked the Flintstones. I was like, why don't we watch Hogan's Heroes or Get Smart? Why are we watching this crap? I love Dobie Gillis. Anybody remember Dobie Gillis? Yeah, it was like all around the same time slot. You know what I mean? Those were earlier in the day, I think. But I never liked Scooby-Doo. I never liked it. And then when Scrappy-Doo came along, I wanted to punch the TV. I hated that little dog. I hated it. I don't know, man. It's not my thing. It's not my thing. So, I can appreciate that you did a fan edit, and I'm sure you worked really hard on it, but it's not for me. So there you go. Charlie Harper sure was a lucky guy. Maybe I should live my life like that. He made such an impact on me that I started wearing bowling shirts for a while. And part of it was because I worked at Sprint and it was bowling shirts. They were the short sleeve button up bowling shirts, but they had the Sprint logo on it. I don't know if I have any of those left, but I loved those shirts. And I loved them so much. They were so comfortable and roomy and cool, as in like temperature wise, that I bought. I still have like A lot of them. I just liked them. So there you go. But other than that, I mean, I'm married. It's different. Every episode was the same crap. Hanna-Barbera sucked until William Street got access to Turner's Vault. You're talking about Scooby-Doo? I don't know. It wasn't my thing. I thought you would like it because of the horror aspect and the comedy aspect and the mystery elements. But it's Scooby-Doo, though. Like, seriously, the whole idea of it, I get it. It's probably whatever, but I hated the fact that it was never anything supernatural. That it was always, just some random guy that was, one for you kids, you damn kids with your hormones and your smoking weed and whatever. And it's just not my thing. It just wasn't my thing. Didn't work for me. So I would rather not watch that. It's just not my thing. But that's fine. Neither is Fast and Furious. Neither is a lot of things, Oh, okay, Rufus. Okay. Adult Swim, they started doing things like C-Lab 2021 Space Ghost Coast to Coast. See, the Brack Show, that's also something that I know of and I can appreciate, but I never ever took time to watch it. I just gotta be rich, drink daily, talk to all the women he did, and repeat. There's that. So, you guys want to look at some of these here pickups? There's only 4, and 2 of them I can almost guarantee that most people won't care about them. But we're gonna talk about them anyway because they're sitting there. So you ready? All right. Well, let's get the knife ready. First up, the first 2 really are the 2 volumes of the Buster Keaton collection. Yeah, this is part of the Kino Lorber sale from Barnes and Noble. This is still, as far as I know, this sale is still going on. So if there's any Kino Lorber titles that you're interested in, they're on sale right now for half off the list price or whatever. So these were $15 a piece. And I love Buster Keaton. So I have volumes 2 through 5, but 1 is not available through Amazon or anything like that. It's of course available on the Kino Lorber website, but it's $25. I was going to wait for a sale. So there you go. So I want to open these up just to see if there's anything in there. They're probably not, but let's check them out. I'm serious. Buster Keaton, if you have never taken the time, just trust me. Just go watch The General. I know that you're going to look at it and you're going to go, oh my God, it's a silent film? I don't know, man. I don't know. Trust me. Just stick with it. Try to pay attention to it. Don't let yourself get distracted. And all of a sudden you're going to be like, this is genius. Just absolutely genius. Buster Keaton was the freaking man. Of course, there's just a disc in there. There's nothing special. But I'm opening them up. But seriously, do me a favor. Just do me a favor. Do yourself a favor. Okay, this has an ad. But that's it. Also available from what is this? The Cohen collection? Yeah, so volume 1, which is out of stock at Amazon. Volume 1 is right there. The General and Steamboat Bill Jr. I will be getting it as soon as I can. Wait, is this a... Hey! This has a little booklet. Why does the other one not have that? Why does the volume 2 not have that? It's interesting. But there you go. Volume 3 and volume 4 of those. Very cool. Then, look, we talked about this movie when it was announced. We talked about it, and I'm like, I got to get that. I was like, I'll wait for a sale. Hopefully there'll be a sale, and I'll get it on sale. Well, I got it. Sneakers. This movie, if you have not seen it, it is dated in the way that this is really kind of pre-internet, 1992. So think about the things that we worry about when it comes to privacy, when it comes to information, when it comes to the internet, all those things. It's all present here, but it's not the internet. It's pre-internet. But again, look at that freaking cast, man. That is a cast that is absolutely fantastic. Robert Redford, Dan Aykroyd, Ben Kingsley, Barry McDonald, River Phoenix, Sidney Poitier, David Strathairn, James Earl Jones is also in this. Fantastic movie. And it's directed by Phil Alden Robinson, who also did Field of Dreams. Great. It's a great movie. And you got an audio commentary with Phil Alden Robinson, the co-writers, co-producers, Lawrence Lasker, and Walter E. Parks. Another commentary with Phil Alden Robinson and the cinematographer, John Lindley, sorry. The making of documentary and a trailer. I want to see if there's alternate artwork. I don't know if there will be. Usually with Kino Lorber, that's what you get. You get the 4K and you get the Blu-ray. No paper, and there is no alternate artwork. But it doesn't matter because I love this movie. I can now box up my DVD of this and watch it. My voice is my passport. Verify me. Too many secrets. Too many secrets. Great movie. Now, a phone freaking movie. Yes, Rufus. Yes. Yes. But there's ciphers and things like that. So, as I mentioned that there was a Goldie Hawn film. This one is one that you may not have ever seen. You may not have ever even heard of it. But this is a movie that for some reason I used to watch a lot when I was a kid. It was on cable all the time. I loved this movie, and I haven't seen it since probably the mid 80s. And when I saw that it was coming out, I'm like, I'm freaking getting that. I'm totally getting that. From 1978. 116 minutes. This is it PG? It's got to be PG, right? My parents wouldn't have let me watch it if it wasn't. Well, anyway, it's foul play. Foul play. I don't know why it won't. Here, let's do this. This is a detective movie with Chevy Chase and Goldie Hawn. Kind of. But it's also got Dudley Moore in it. It's also got Burgess Meredith. You know, Burgess Meredith, right? The Penguin, right? From the old Batman show. And Mickey, right? From Rocky. Burgess Meredith, 1978. Let's see if there's anybody else. No, I don't know. I don't recognize anybody else. But this is a movie that like I said, I loved this movie as a kid. And it's got an audio commentary by entertainment journalists / authors Brian Reisman and Max Every. Remembering Colin Higgins, who wrote and directed this movie. And then you got trailers, TV, and radio spots. So it's not exactly like a packed thing. But again, I loved this movie as a kid. No alternate artwork. It was a little crooked. But yeah, foul play. Like I said, I loved this movie as a kid. There's another movie that I really liked with Robert Redford called The Hot Rock. Do I? Don't I? I have a copy of the Hot Rock somewhere. I don't know where it is, but I have a copy of that. That is a heist movie with, I believe it's Robert Redford, George Segal. And I love that movie too. But it was a slow burn. But I'm actually surprised that I don't see it. Because I love that movie. Anyway, foul play. So yeah, We got Foul Play. We got Sneakers. And we got the 2 Buster Keaton movies. And this was all half off the list price. Kino Lorber on the Barnes & Noble sale. Yeah, it's all at Barnes & Noble. So if you're interested in Kino Lorber, Barnes & Noble's having a sale right now. If you're interested, it's there. So there you go. And Jude, welcome. Good to see you. It's been a long time, Jude. Good to see you. Let me go back, because I'm way behind. Oh, let me put this guy up. My little spring-loaded Kershaw knife. Huh? Pretty nice. Pretty snazzy. It's been in a drawer, and I just got it out because I saw it, and I was like, oh, I remember to like that knife. Let's see. Not Supernatural. Have you seen Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island? No. No, I haven't. Why would I? I won't watch anything Scooby-Doo. Sorry, but I don't like Scooby-Doo. Why would I watch a freaking whole movie about it? Sorry. Watch Zombie Island, damn it. No. I command. No. Did you like Casey Kasem in American Top 40? I mean, I like Casey Kasem as Cliff Jumper, as, different Transformers voices and, different cartoons and stuff like that. Sure. That new spelling is messing with me, Star Fox. See? I know. I'm watching Rob and DMC5 and messing with my Lenovo Legion Go, so I keep not watching what I spell. There you go. You said Sneakers. I thought you meant the new animated movie about the talking shoes. I didn't even know that was a thing. Did not know that was a thing. Pixel Phoenix, welcome. Good to see you. And thanks again for hanging out last night. That was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I learned about all that from a certain cookbook. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Sneakers, right? Urban Cars, Sneakers from Pixar, starring Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle. Oh, no, not that one. The old 1992 film, 33 years old, which is crazy to think. Wow. But yeah. There, fixed it. Didn't realize what I said. Sure, you got that too often. I'm not sure what you're talking about. But there you go. Zombie Island's actually really good because the whole premise of it is that they all retire because they're tired of the same old non-supernatural crap. They come back together because it's real. Fred decapitates a zombie and froze the head of Daphne, and it's crazy. A good chat, fun movie too. Exactly. Yeah, Pixel. We were talking. I was talking earlier about possibly doing a thing where we just watch them all, but make it since. I mean, let's be honest. Not everybody's into anime, which is fine, but make it where everybody can come watch it if they want, and then do the regular. Hey, you guys pick a movie, and then we'll do it for the members. But I don't know. I don't even know if that's. I don't know. We'll have to think about that. I said, hey, Jude, then realized and deleted it. I get you. That would be great, but no rush. I think a fair amount of folks would enjoy Ghibli at least. I mean, it is fun, but I mentioned also, I tried to upload it. YouTube blocked it immediately. It said, nope. So I got to figure out where I'm going to put it and how I'm going to make it available so that if somebody wants to watch the replay, they can. But I mean, it is kind of the full movie. So yeah. I didn't see that, Rufus, but I do get it a lot. Yeah, I bet you do. The Hey Jude. Don't make it bad. Anyway. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out, do you ever like me, like lately I've had headaches almost every day because of my eye, because of how it makes me twitch, my eye twitches and stuff. I get headaches like I've been having, so I've been taking a lot of Tylenol, right? And I can't remember when I took it last. And I really want to take some, but I'm like, I also don't want to take it too soon and all that kind of stuff, so I don't know. sorry. I just saw something. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Close that. Um, let's see. I always think that's funny. Oh, live on your channel right now. I know. I know. Ooh, we have WWDC coming up. I know most people don't care because it's an Apple thing, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. What are they bringing? I need new. I don't need. I really don't need much, but I would like a new iPhone. I want the new stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and end this poll. But out of 18 votes, 50% of you are staying home. You're not going to the theater this weekend. 17% of you are going to see something else. Other than 28% of you are seeing a Mission Impossible Final Reckoning along with me. And 6% of you are going to see Lilo and Stitch. So yeah. I was just curious because, you know, like I said, it was so weird to see the discrepancy between the number of screenings. So, let's see. You know about the Family Guy Star Wars trilogy, but what about the Star Wars Family Guy trilogies where it's dubbed all 6 movies with Family Guy voices over the actual dialogue from the movies? Did they do that? Slades? I've never heard about that. That actually could be interesting to watch. But see, like, I mean, that could be fun, but it's also like that's definitely a niche thing, right? Like, one of my favorite things is when somebody reimagines something, right? It's a different experience. It's not just, you know, like to me, overdubbing it. I don't know. It could work. It'd be funny. But it was the I've talked about it on this channel many times. Star Wars Adventures or something like that. It was like there's a Star Wars Kids YouTube channel, and they did these like little 3-minute. It was almost like a clip show of them animating different things in the Star Wars universe, and they're awesome. I love the style of animation that's in that, and I wish they would just do, like, seriously. I know it's going to happen. I know, we all know it's going to happen. Eventually, they're going to remake the original trilogy. They're going to do it. It's going to happen. Now, it may be after George Lucas is gone, but it's probably most definitely, like, almost 100% sure that's going to happen. I would love for them to do it with an anime, like an animation style, and do it. I mean, gosh, if you can you imagine them doing it like Studio Ghibli? Oh my God, I would lose my freaking mind. I would love it. Not like War of the Rohirrim. Because even though I enjoyed the story, because, you know, it's Tolkien, right? I'm gonna like it because of that. But the animation style was kind of poop. Kind of poop. So I don't know. I want to start taking some multivitamins. Eye twitching can also be a sign of vitamin deficiency. Also, hello, Rob in chat. Not Gary. You are absolutely right. I take a multivitamin every day, and it's seriously the shingles. That's why the eye is twitching, and doing all the weird stuff. I mean, like if I just look at you, you can tell that my left eye is closed more than my right eye is, right? I mean, I have to work to open my left eye all the way, right? It's leftover shingles, stupid crap, you know? I don't know. But I appreciate the looking out for me, not Gary. I do. I think that should be a special fan edit project. Wait, Sorry. Oh. I mean, that could be fun, but I don't see. I'm Slates. Here's the thing. I have gotten to the point. I've seen so many different fan edits that I'm kind of burned out on the whole idea of them. And I'm not saying this to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm not saying this to somehow, oh, you shouldn't do this. I'm just saying that I feel like it's so subjective, right? Doing a fan edit of a movie, like especially a big popular movie, it's so subjective because you're going to put in things like, say, from the deleted scenes or whatever that you like. Other people might not like it. And then you might take out things that other people like, right? So it's always this push and pull of, well, I think my version would be better because I would leave in this scene or I would take this scene out. And it's all subjective to the person watching it. It also goes back to original aspect ratio. To me, that's where I start having a problem with fan edits, is because I like to watch the movie the way the director intended it to look. Original aspect ratio. None of this pan and scan crap. None of this, hey, we're going to make it, hey, we're going to do it this version or whatever. No. The original way that the movie was released. The way that the director intended. I mean, that's not always the case. Some directors have, there's problems, there's whatever. So then you start thinking, okay, if I'm making such a big deal of watching it in the original aspect ratio that the director intended, why would I watch a movie where somebody else, other than the director, has cut it up and made it their own, or made it their own preferred version? Then you get into the argument of, well, Rob, the reason that you would do that is because in the case of The Hobbit, there's a lot of fluff and there's a lot of crap that doesn't belong there. There's a lot of added stuff. Get rid of all that crap and just put it down to okay, cool. I watched it. I liked it. I went, yeah, sure. But guess what? I never need to see another version of The Hobbit, including the original, even though I own it. I don't need to see it again. I don't like it that much. I prefer Lord of the Rings. As a story, I think Lord of the Rings is it's better. So I don't need to see any more Hobbit stuff. And then there's so anyway, when it comes to a fan edit or a fan thing, I feel like your efforts would be better, and I'm talking in general. A fan editor, I feel like their efforts would be better spent fine-tuning your skills and then making original content. Making content to show off what you can do. Someone doing a fan edit to practice editing, great. Doing a fan edit so you can practice, hey, I want to fix this special effect or visual effect in this movie and I want to make it look better, go for it. Do it. Absolutely. Learn, get better and all that kind of stuff and move on to the next level. But then it's kind of like, but I don't know. Fan films, exactly the same thing to me. Fan films are a great way to take an idea and then expand on this idea that you've had and try to make something amazing with it. But if your goal is to just make fan films, I feel like there's wasted potential there. Instead, take what you've learned and do something big, do something original. Now, again, I'm not saying that you should stop doing that. But in my opinion, since I think that way, I don't really have much drive to go watch that stuff anymore. It's just a thing. And if you remember, well, maybe nobody remembers this. But when I first started doing fan edits, the whole point of it was because I read a Reddit thread on the movies subreddit. Somebody was talking about The Hobbit and how bad it was. Man, I really wish they'd only made 2 movies instead of 3. Oh, guess what? There's a fan edit that does that. And I'm like, I've always been interested in fan edits. So like, what's it all about? What's the scene like? What's the whole thing? So I downloaded a fan edit to check it out and was like, oh, this is cool. And I want to tell people about it. So I did a review on a fan edit, which again is a problem because number one, it's very subjective. There's so many great Hobbit fan edits out there. And for me to sit there and try to review it like an actual released movie, it's weird because it's completely subjective. This fan editor might take out things that you like or whatever, right? But then on top of that, I'm actually judging it. I'm judging someone's skill. Somebody who might be just starting out. Or maybe this is the first thing they've ever really taken the time to sit down and edit it. And I'm sitting here bashing it? That seems wrong. Or praising it. Either way, it can be a bad thing. So then I was sort of like, okay, wait a minute. And then I started doing, of course, when I did it and there was a response, I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll do a few more. And then it got to the point where I was getting, people were sending me their fan edits. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. I did this for fun. I did this because I was interested in it. But when now I'm part of your promotional thing. Like, hey, I got this new fan edit coming out, which is fine, but that's not what I got into it for. And there's very little plus side to that for me. Other than, yeah, I might get some views or whatever, but it's the attention that I was getting for it seemed misplaced. And I didn't want to be someone who is going to, and especially there were some fan edits, man, that I got that I was like, I don't want to review this. I don't want to review it because it's not good. And again, I don't want to hurt the guy's feelings, but this is not well done. And there was a couple of them that I did where I chose my words carefully on what I said about it. And I'm like, again, there's no plus side for me. Because number one, now it's starting to feel like a job. You know what I mean? Doing fan edits. Even though I'm getting more views out of it. It's kind of like, I don't know. But that's just my take on it. So my recommendation, you can take this or leave it. I'm just another dude on the internet. But if you're interested in getting better in whatever part of the movie making process that you like, do that. And absolutely start with a finished film. Sure, edit the crap out of it. Make it your own. But it's not your own. And it'll never be your own. And you'll never be able to sell it. You'll never be able to do anything monetarily with it. So why not just take that skill and put it into something original in the hopes that you can do something in the industry? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. It's just a thing, you know? That's how I feel about it. And again, it's so subjective. So for me to sit there, like, I kept getting people asking me, well, which one's better? I'm like, it's not really about what's better. It's what do you prefer? People didn't want to hear, oh, well, this one has some things that I like and this one has some things that I like. And there's none of them have hit every single note. You know what I mean? So it was like, I feel like I'm doing this for the wrong reasons. I shouldn't be doing this for views. I'm doing this because I was excited about it and I wanted to share it with all of you. But now it's become, hey, can you do this for this promotional thing? And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. Hey, it's for another Hobbit edit. Oh, great. Another time that I have to watch this movie that I don't want to watch anymore. You know what I mean? So anyway, I probably went on too long, but there you go. Let me go back because I know I'm so far behind. So far behind. Jude says, yes, I'm going to need a new phone soon. Yeah, me too. I don't think I'm going to the movies until Superman is out. And then Iconic says, Superman is going to be absolutely shite. I would hate for them to remake the original trilogy. Iconic, yes, me too. But here's the thing. You have to understand this about the studios. They will do whatever it takes to milk every IP that they have. Now, some of them do it with better intentions than others. And here's the funny thing, Disney and Lucasfilm have done great things with Star Wars and really terrible things with Star Wars. Sometimes within months of each other, right? So you never really know. You never really know. But I can guarantee you that eventually there will come a point where they'll say, we're going to take a crack at it. It's time. And it might, again, it may be 20 years from now, but I guarantee you it'll happen. Because they do it with everything. Back to the Future. They keep going back to Bob Gale and Robert Zemeckis and saying, hey, please, let's do a sequel. And they're like, no. But when they die, I'm sorry, but that's the way it works. Yeah. Happens when you overuse one nostril. Well, again, I had shingles on this side of my face, right? Shingles. That's what all this, that's still healing. And it affected my eye. My eye, seriously, was completely red. It looked like I was a zombie or something. It was gross. It was crazy looking. And this was it was nasty. It was gross, man. So yeah, I'm just still getting over it. You know, I think that's what's happening. Anyway, I think it'd be fine if you did a short film called Batman and Rob, where you play Robin's substitute when he's out with a cold, so you have to fill in and you're not having it with Batman's crazy antics. Sure. Released and intended can be very different things for many reasons. OG Sega Steve, welcome. Good to see you, sir. And I apologize for the confusion. I apologize to you in particular because you're the one that brought it to my attention that I'm an idiot and I put it on the wrong thing. But welcome. Here's what I think about Superman. I think every generation has a different version of Superman, has a different version of Batman. Many different iterations, right? We had George Reeves. Then we had, what was next? Was next Christopher Reeve? Or was there another Superman in there? I don't know. But you had as far as movies go, you had Christopher Reeve. You had Brandon Routh, however you say his name. You had Henry Cavill. And now you've got David Cornsweet. You had Dean Cain on TV for a while. And then you have the new guy, whoever the new guy was. I don't know. I don't know anything about the TV stuff. Okay? But I'm interested. I don't think it looks bad. I think it looks interesting. And we won't know how good or bad it is until the movie comes out. Because if the story rocks, here's the thing that I think everybody needs to realize. Seeing a photo of something is totally different from seeing an emotion. There are going to be people that say, hey, man, I saw the trailer. I think it looks like crap. Okay, well, then it's not for you. Just like, some people like Andor. Some people love Andor. Some people hate Andor. Some people loved Obi-Wan. Some people, I wasn't a fan of Obi-Wan. I thought it was terrible. I thought it was really not good. And it raised more questions about Obi-Wan's motives and why he would leave Vader alive. Like, there's all kinds of problems with that, right? Knowing what he is now. Why would you leave him alive? Why didn't they write it in a way where somehow they got split apart so that Obi-Wan didn't have the chance to even take him out, right? Maybe the planet that they're standing on broke apart, and they're split and they both have to try to survive. And they take off in separate ships. And then he's like, oh, I'm going to get you one day, Obi-Wan, or something. Instead of, I'm almost finished. Well, I guess I'm just going to go home now. Leaving you this this technological terror that is, no, it's more machine now than man. We'll go home. It's terrible. So there's going to be versions of the things that you love that you may like or you may not like. But that's the way of things, you know? And I would rather keep an open mind and judge it after I've seen it. But that's just me. It's just me. Wait a minute. Stop watching things in 4K. Most directors never made those films in 4K. Oh, you're talking. Okay. Gotcha. Release and intended can be very different things for many reasons. Richard Donner, Superman, ahem. Watch the digital master's cut of Superman 1 and 2. See, that's the thing. Those things. Yeah, there's going to be definitely situations where, they created it for a certain audience and they create it for a certain level of technology. And then later on, you can't really watch it because it looks like crap when it's blown up. I mean, think about all of the great TV where it was shot on video, not tape. It was shot on video. So the best that you're going to get is like 320 by 240. But there's great shows that especially like a lot of public access stuff, a lot of stuff from the BBC in the 70s, there's some great stuff in there, but it looks terrible now. So, I mean, I get that, but I'm just like, I try to, especially now watching I gotta say, I keep talking about Star Trek, but man, I'm really enjoying the original series. And I love the fact that I can switch between the enhanced effects that they did in the early 2010s and the original effects. And I can see the difference. And I think my problem with Star Trek for so many years is because I was watching the original effects and was going, that looks so bad that I can't, it's taken me out of the story. Just, I wish I could watch it without watching it so poorly. And now I can. And I'm really enjoying it. I mean, I'm focusing on the performances instead of being distracted by how bad everything looks. Does that make sense? So I get it. But, anyone else see the Ralph Bakshi Lord of the Rings? Jude, I have only seen bits and pieces, but I never watched the whole thing. And then they did Return of the King afterward, more in the style of... Wait a minute. Ralph Bakshi, is that what you're talking about? Because there's one where it's rotoscoped. And, I don't like the way that it looks, but I still want to see it. I think I actually did watch it, and I just don't like it. And then Return of the King was done in the style of like that that late 70s Hobbit. And I just don't really like the way that they did those. But I love that original Hobbit movie. I don't know. I found this channel because of fan edits. Iconic, I know, and that's the thing. It's probably, you're probably like, damn it, the whole reason I was here, he's not doing it anymore, and that sucks. But I just have to be honest, and it's like the more time went on, I got burned out. I got burned out watching the same subjective take on a movie that I didn't really like in the first place. I found a couple that really worked for me and was like, wow, that actually makes the movie better. But I might never watch it again. Like, I might never watch the Hobbit movies again. Why would I need to? I mean, I have the original book in my head. I don't need the movies. And no matter what you cut out and no matter what you try to put back in, it's still not going to be good because you can't do reshoots. Now, of course, with today's technology, you could probably do some AI stuff, but I don't want to watch that. I don't like AI. I think AI is, it's a tool, and it can be, as a tool is, it can be used to make things better in certain cases. I think there's a place for AI, But what I think would be needed to fix the original Hobbit movies, or I'm talking about the Peter Jackson Hobbit movies, it would require so much AI that it would be distracting, and I wouldn't like it. Like, I don't even like the AI. I'm sure you've probably seen them, where it's like they'll take like a famous movie and they'll say, well, like Star Wars, for example, let's make it look like it was made in like the 30s or 40s, and it has a real Technicolor kind of look to it. And you first look at it and you go, that's kind of cool. And then you go, but this is all AI. And it's like, I feel dirty looking at it. Like, I don't know. It's weird, man. It's a weird slippery slope, and I don't know. I never watched The Hobbit. So glad I read all the books before I watched the movies. Peter Jackson kind of sucks. I used Fellowship as a sleep aid for years. See, I think Fellowship is genius. I think Fellowship is the best of the three. It's been that way ever since I saw them for the first time. I thought, man, Fellowship is the best one. Two Towers, Return of the King, they're good. Don't get me wrong, they're good. But I think Fellowship is the best one. But that's just me. Ralph Bakshi's Lord of the Rings is so underrated. Great movie, especially for its time. See? There you go. Are you essentially shitting on my grand dream of making a fan edit mashup of Back to the Future and Porky set in 1955 as a shared universe? How dare you? Sorry, Steve. But here's the thing. That would be transformative. And that's the problem with, and it's the thing that I was trying to get across in my multiple rants about this. Just taking something out and putting it in a deleted scene isn't enough for me. It needs to be transformative. It needs to turn it into a new experience. When they did the heavy metal Star Wars, where they were like different edits, and that was a fun experience because it was different. It wasn't just, I'm watching A New Hope again, but with things in it that are different. No, it's like the entire experience is different. When I watched, what was it called? Paradise? I think it was called Paradise. It was a fan edit of Prometheus and Alien Covenant put together, but all from the perspective of David. It changed the experience completely. And I really enjoyed that. I mean, was it perfect? No. But I really enjoyed that because it was different. It wasn't just simple cut and paste. You know what I mean? And I know I think many fan editors would probably be irritated of me saying that because there's a lot more than just cut and paste. But sure, you're extending the audio track into a different cut, and then you're blending it, and there's a lot of work that goes into a fan edit. I'm not saying there isn't. But when it's an iterative thing, when it's just, it's like an alternate cut of the movie with no, other than deleted scenes, there's no real new footage. It's not like you can do reshoots. It's not like you've got access to all the stuff they shot, all the different cuts, all the different takes. You don't have that. You only have what's been made available to the public, right? You doing something like that, Back to the Future and Porky's together, and trying to make a coherent story out of that could be amazing. It literally could be amazing if done well. You would have to watch those movies so many times to try to figure out the places where you can cut back and forth. It would be a ton of work, but it could be really cool. But it's also, if you're going to go through all that trouble, why not just make something original? But then again, Hollywood does the same stuff all the time. So who am I to say? Ralph Bakshi is a lewd content god. I mean, all movies are subjective. Come on. True. But when you take a movie that's already been out, it's already in the collective consciousness of the movie watching public, right? And you say, well, I'm just going to take this deleted scene out and put this in. Okay. You may agree with that. As a viewer, I may agree with that, or I may not like that. You took something out that I really liked. You put something in that I didn't like. Who's right and who's wrong? No one. So what's the point of reviewing it? So then, my job, for me to talk about it, what would I talk about? The only thing left to talk about is the quality of the edit. And again, why would I want to tear down someone's hard work, someone's skill. Well, this didn't work for me. I didn't like it. I don't want to do that. I don't want to tear down anybody, and I don't want to dissuade someone from trying something. And I don't want other people who may watch a fan edit and go, man, I think I want to try that. And then here's me over here trashing this dude's fan edit. And they go, well, I don't want to send it to him, or I don't want him to watch it. Oh my gosh, I may not want to do this. It's so much work. Do I really want to do this and have people ridicule me for it or whatever? No, I don't want to do that. So what's left? What's left for me to talk about in a fan edit review? The only thing left is for me to go, yeah, it was good. What, a 30-second video? I mean, there's no point anymore. So that's why I said I'm going to move on, because there's no way for me to win. There's nothing for me to gain from it. And again, I started thinking about it as I want to watch the original, the way that the director intended it. That's what I want to watch. For good or ill, that's what I want to watch. In which case, there's no point in me doing fan edit reviews anymore. Does that make sense? Oh yeah, Fritz the Cat. Oh my gosh. See, I never watched any of that stuff. I didn't have access to that stuff. You know what I mean? Ralph Bakshi is one of the most underrated filmmakers. I mean, Wizards. See, I never saw that either. I wasn't a huge fan of that style, so it never worked for me, but I can understand why. Yeah, Wizards is cool. Yeah, I mean, sure. His Lord of the Rings was how I discovered the series. I mean, look, Peter Jackson did amazing work with Lord of the Rings. I don't think his Hobbit worked. And I think he would agree with that. And it's part of the reason why I don't think he's been in the public eye very much, is because he kind of knows that, yeah, he really screwed up. He kind of screwed up things. He has to take responsibility for it, even though Warner Brothers was probably, I'll make as many as you can or whatever. But guess what? We're getting another Hobbit movie, or another movie in the Lord of the Rings. Andy Serkis directing a Gollum movie. We're probably going to get a version of Aragorn, a version of Gandalf, because the whole story is the hunt. It's called The Hunt for Gollum. So it's the Gandalf talks about it briefly in the book Lord of the Rings, where he's talking about how he and Aragorn basically hunted him down. I don't know if he actually says anything about it in the movie. I can't remember. Where there's a part in Fellowship of the Ring where you don't see Gollum's face, but you see his hands, and he says Shire Baggins. So it's in that section of the movie is where this would be concerning. But that's what happens is Gandalf basically recruits Aragorn to help him hunt down where Gollum is, because he believes that Gollum may know more about this ring, right? So that's the part of the story it is. Is it going to be good? I don't know. Slade said, heck, I want to review people's fan edits. If anyone has a fan edit they want me to review, send it to me on the Discord. I can tell you if I review it or not for my YouTube channel. There you go. But Slade's, I mean, hey, go for it. Do the thing, man. Spice City. I don't know what that is. Heavy traffic, coonskin, it's all good. You will turn that into your net. I mean, go for it, Slades. Go for it. I mean, feel free. It's not what I want to focus on. Holy crap, I'm so far behind. Stepping away, gonna jump in the shower. Shozama, you wash that dirty butt. Now we get to picture Shozama in the shower. There you go. Best prequel trilogy I've ever seen. I'm not sure what you're referencing. But Vinny is here. Welcome, Vinny. This isn't Minecraft. No, it is not. But we have Minecraft. The final Minecraft in... Or wait, no. We have two more weeks of Minecraft, don't we? Yeah. Over on the Game David Twitch channel, which, you know, I mean, I know that I'm really behind, but there you go. Go follow me on go to the Twitch channel if you like Minecraft. But hey, come hang out with us. It's fun. You are way too critical about this whole thing. There's a mechanism in fan edits that doing your own material doesn't have, a built-in or captive audience, for better or worse. There is but one intention to studios milking an IP: make me the money. I mean, for sure. That is the number one job of any studio. Take this property, take this thing that we own, and try to milk it for all it's worth. That's it. But you're absolutely right, Steve. You're absolutely right. But then at what point, where does the fan editor end and the actual content begin? Because I get that. I understand that completely. I am not going to get any attention for this unless it's just like making a, you know, Adventures in Game Chasing. We can make the best movie that we can, and we put in all the work. But if no one knows about it, no one will care. It's like yelling in the forest, and nobody's there to hear you yell. Wait, it's about cutting a tree down the forest, right? You get what I'm saying? I totally get that. But anybody who's willing to, you get all that attention, but at some point you want to do that for money, right? You don't want to just do it for the benefit of, I mean, look, if you want to do it for the benefit of all, great. Oh, I'm going to go through the entire Star Wars trilogy and I'm going to remake, I mean, this is just an example. I'm going to redo all the really bad effects, you know, all the effects that we look at and we kind of cringe. I'm going to redo it in perfect CG, so perfect that you can't even tell that it's CG anymore. I'm going to do that for the entire trilogy, and I'm going to do it for free. That's months of work, hours and hours upon hours of rendering time. There's all kinds of things that go into that. And you're just going to do it for free? Why would you spend all that time doing this thing unless it was, I'm going to use this as a tool to learn this thing so I can do it and make money at it. That's what I'm basically trying to say. So there are people out there that can use editors, a lot of different YouTubers, a lot of studios, animation studios, whatever you want to say. There's so many people that can use editing. So why not take that skill, hone it, and then try to do something original with it, or at least try to do something in the industry with it, instead of taking a lot of that time that could be used doing other things that could actually make you money, doing a fan edit that you're never going to get paid for. Legally, there's some people that charge for fan edits, and I don't like that. But you know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying, absolutely. But there's also the fact that a lot of people see it. Who cares? Who cares? You're not going to get paid for it. Oh, I get some attention. Okay. Well, what does that get you? What's the end goal? What's the end game? I don't know. Yeah, see, yeah, I don't know. It was a red-eye joke. Sorry, Rob, man. I'm sympathetic. Laughter is the best medicine. There you go. I get you. Yeah. Oh, no. Absolutely iconic. I don't know. I haven't seen a whole lot of his stuff other than, you know, like, didn't he do American Pop too? Or is that somebody different? I don't know. It's just not my thing. The rotoscope was ranking him. What? Wait a minute. Hold on. Maybe I'm mixing things up. I thought. Oh, wait. No. I am. Rankin and Bass did The Hobbit and Return of the King. Ralph Bakshi did The Lord of the Rings. Yes. And then he did Wizards. And Fritz the Cat, Fire and Ice. Gotcha. See, I knew I just had it mixed up. I had it mixed up. Uh, but rotoscope was Bakshi, right? He did a lot of rotoscoping. You really need to watch the Digital Masters versions of the Star Wars prequels. Honestly, it's like they removed everything I hated. Can't recommend it enough. But that's not the original. It's not the original movie. And honestly, I know the story. I just don't need it. I don't need it. But that's just me. That's just me. Tigra? You're talking about Thundercats? Tigra? I always wondered how the Tolkien estate handed Lord of the Rings IP over to the dude who made Meet the Feebles. They must have not seen that part of Jackson's body of work. Well, that wasn't up to. I mean, I'm sure that they had some say in it, but it was more that Warner Brothers and New Line were doing that, right? And they hired Peter Jackson, probably based on a pitch and the fact that they probably got Alan Lee and John Howe and, well, at least those two to do, design work for them. They probably showed them something. They, what would you do? Oh, this is what I'd do. And they go, oh my God, that sounds amazing. Yeah. With AI, you can do reshoots for fan edits. Absolutely. But again, I don't know, man. I'm just not interested in AI. And so many people are using AI and Chat GPT and all that kind of stuff, right? They're using it as a shortcut to doing the work. That's true. I'm not judging anyone who uses it, but that's what it is, right? It's like there's people that use it for that shortcut, which is fine. But then, like, they use it to write scripts. They use it to write their papers for, their college stuff. But then you get out in the real world. What are you going to do? Just keep using Chat GPT? Maybe the whole world will just work like that and no one will have an original thought ever. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. The VFX artist from Andor is working on a fan of Obi-Wan Kenobi Trials of the Master. Oh yeah, Trials of the Master is definitely one that I was interested in, but he's bringing a lot of the same extras, actors, and filming new scenes and doing really good deepfake and making it EU. Trailers on YouTube. Yeah, I've seen the trailer. I've seen the trailer, and I would like to check it out, but not for the channel. Because, again, who cares? Who cares what my opinion is? I don't know. It's exactly the same as reviewing movies anyways. No, it's not. Because it's not the original movie. Look, I'm trying not to sound like I'm irritated, but it's one of those things where I have a stance on this. And my stance is I don't want to do fan edits anymore. Because there's no reason why anyone would care what this guy thinks about it. There's no reason. And why would I want to review something that's not the original work? Why would I ask for the attention from a studio talking about a fan edit that's using their work? So not only are they not getting paid, you're not getting paid, and all it does for me is cause confusion. There's no winning. So the studio might get mad at me for talking, and that is a hypothetical for sure. But I would be bringing attention to something that's not theirs, that's not the original work. It's not worth the hassle. It's not worth me. And here's the other thing. There's been people that have said, oh, I've done a fan edit of, I'll just pick a random movie. Chariots of Fire. Just a movie that I haven't seen. I've done a fan edit for Chariots of Fire. Great. Now I have to go watch Chariots of Fire, a movie that I have no interest in seeing, just so I can watch the fan edit and see what you changed. And then I can't judge it. What do I judge it on? What merits do I judge it on? Oh, you did a really good job of cutting that scene out. There's no winning. There's no winning for me. And it's not worth the time. And I have all these other these great movies by great directors over the years that I've never seen before. Why would I want to watch someone's idea of what they think that this movie should be. I'm not interested in opinions. I'm interested in what the director had to say. So I would rather spend my time watching original work from someone who's put out a movie, years and years of cinematic history that I can delve into. Why would I want to delve into somebody's subjective idea of what they think of that this movie should be? I'd rather just read a Reddit thread on what you think and move on with my day. So there you go. Then watch Raising Cain, where the fan edit ended up on the DVD because he edited it the way Brian De Palma actually wanted to make it until the effing producers effed it up. I mean, again, cool, but I want to see the original version of the film. I want to see the film as the director intended it. Now, if Brian De Palma came out and said, "Oh, this fan edit is perfect. This is the way that I wanted it." Okay, well, I'll give that a shot. But be honest, very few have watched a fan edit and said, "Oh yeah, that's better than my own version." It's very rare. How about the Boba Fett cartoon in the Star Wars Holiday Special? Not even joking, I kind of dig it. I have watched it once. I watched the whole holiday special once back in the, I want to say late 90s, early 2000s, and vowed never to watch it again. I mean, it's fine, but Andy Serkis was amazing in Claire Obscura Expedition 33. I still want to play that. 2 days, baby. What's 2 days to... Oh, 2 days to Game Day. Yes. Boba Fett cartoon is the only... Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Wow, I'm so far behind. I gotta punch. I gotta punch it. Shozama, I hope your butt is clean. Minecraft right now just did some Magellan level mapping of this massive world. Shozama, I mean, me too, but it keeps coming up. People edit movies because they feel passionate about the given movie they're editing. Yes, they do. Why would I want to dampen their passion by crapping on their work? What good does that do? It doesn't. That's why I don't do it anymore. Oh, for sure, Sega Steve. You know, I wouldn't be so quick as to expect that a fan editor is doing for anything other than the passion. No money or fame needed for some. Don't underestimate. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But again, what's my goal then? Where do I fit into this? Somebody does something for passion. I come along, I crap on it. Then what? What, I get a couple of views? And then on top of that, I don't have any passion for all the work that they did because I didn't do it. So what's the point? And then they talk about a movie that either I have no interest in seeing. Like, there are a ton of Blade Runner fan edits out there. I don't want to watch a Blade Runner fan edit. I love Blade Runner. Why would I want to watch someone else's version of a movie that I love? Well, I put stuff from the work print in there. Great. That's not the original movie. And if I want to watch the work print, luckily I have it. I don't want to watch someone else's version of stuff. It's really that simple. And Iconic, that's fantastic. That's not me though. That's not me. Rufus, absolutely. Peter Jackson probably had that in because he was building Weta at the time, right? Yeah, you're absolutely right. Sega Steve. Man, I don't know if you heard, I'm not making it to Houston this weekend because of this stupid shingles crap. I'm still getting over it. I'm gonna miss you guys. I'm gonna miss you guys. But, and I already told Jay, I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. I can't drive 4 hours with this thing where it's like I'm sensitive to light. It randomly will irritate me. It's like, it's not a good thing. And on top of all that, I've been having trouble sleeping because of this. So I've been Like, what if I get down to Houston? I can't sleep. I'm just going to miss the whole day of Retropalooza anyway because I'm in bed because I didn't get any sleep all night. It's just, it's not a good time. But I hope you have a great time and I hope you make all the monies. Like, all the monies. About to head out soon. Would be cool if you check out the link. Oh, you mean the link to the thing? Yeah, I've got it. It's right there. I'm $27.96. I've got it up, man. Wait. Okay, standard shipping, so I gotta pay shipping. I've got it up, okay? I've got it up, and we'll see if I can find it. I'll do a little bit of searching. And if that's the best price that I can find, I'll get it. I'll get it. Don't you worry, Shozama, okay? You just don't worry your pretty little butt. Why would I want to watch the original versions, which make Anakin look like a spoiled Neo Maxi zoomed weeby? So much cringe, gone forever. Okay, that's for you. It's subjective, right? Art is subjective. You want to watch someone else's version of the films. If I'm going to watch it, I'm going to watch Papa George. That's just the way it is. No one's telling you to review anything. Well, you're not in my DMs, but yes, people have been asking me to review their stuff. And again, I have no interest in seeing someone else's version of a film. And if I do, I want to do it on my own time. Right? So there you go. I win. I no longer have to watch the shit originals. Good for you. Good for you. For me, I don't like the movie, so I don't want to watch a fan edit of it. Sometimes that's the case. Now, again, the Hobbit movies were what? The Hobbit's what started it all for me, right? So for me, the Hobbit movies altogether were probably like a 5.5, 6 out of 10. Where I think the Lord of the Rings is what, 8.5 at least. I'd have to really think about what I would rate them, especially the whole trilogy. But really good. Like I want to, like every now and then, I just want to watch those. The Hobbit, I have no interest in seeing those again. But everybody kept like in that Reddit thread, people were saying, no, these really make the movies better, and it makes it whatever, and it intrigued me. That's what I want to get back to. Like, I'll watch a movie, I'll go, it wasn't that good. And then I'll find, oh my gosh, they did a fan edit of it. Okay, I'll check it out. But anyway, enough of the fan edits. Like listening to Tool, if you don't make music, it probably isn't for you. I mean, maybe, well, that's not completely true. You don't have to be into something to like it. You know what I mean? Like, I can't even think of an example. But no, I mean, I get what you're saying. Watch what you want. You're not interested in opinions? What the F are we doing here? I don't know what you're talking about, Iconic. I don't know what that's in response to. Again, I'm so far behind. But you're entitled to your opinions, and so are we. There you go. Sure. The Sega Steve, that's yeah. Clash of the Titans from 2010 was a shit fan edit of the original. Yeah, the original's great. I love it. Okay, now that's actually an interesting question, Slades. If the Joel Schumacher cut came out, would it be considered a fan edit because he's not able to approve the final edit for home release? No, I mean, in a way, I can see what you're saying. Like, I watched the Red Book edition. It's a fan edit of Batman Forever using a lot of that cut footage. Now, that's not all the cut footage, but he tried to piece it together based on interviews that Joel Schumacher did talking about what his original plan for Batman Forever was. And I watched it. It was interesting. But guess what? I don't ever need to see Batman Forever again anyway. I'm good. So there's only so much you can do to fix a movie to make me want to watch it again. There you go. Don't watch the director's cut of Blade Runner. I watched the final cut because it's my favorite version of the version that Ridley himself approved. Now, Ridley also approved his director's cut for Alien. I prefer the original. Luckily, I have the choice of his version. You're out of tea. I'm out of tea, yes. There's always Retropalooza in October, Wraith. Welcome. And yes, you're right. Damn, brother, super bummer we won't have a chance to hang out this weekend. I wish you a full and speedy recovery. The thing is I'm like, I would say 90% there. But the biggest problem is the sleep schedule and the fact that I'm going to have to drive, and I just don't know if that's smart. And like I said, it's just a thing, man. And I don't feel like driving 4 hours with this eye, you know? And it's the sensitivity to light and all that kind of stuff too, on top of it. The sun, really. Because the light, okay, that kind of hurts when I look directly at that. But it's the sensitivity to light that sucks. And what about clear eyes? They told me not to use any drops. And the eye doctor. Yeah. That just goes for any movie, actually. If the editor of that movie is a fan of that movie, does that make it a fan edit? No. No. I would say if you're not getting paid for it, you're a fan editor. It's not an official release. I'm not interested in, especially for movies that I don't like or have never seen. It's not a good use of my time, honestly. We've been talking about this way too long. I haven't even gotten into the news, but it's been fun. This actually has been fun. I mean, I know that not everybody's into fan edits and they don't want, whatever, but man, I love having a conversation like this because it is, to me, it's just like the AI conversation. The AI conversation is an interesting one because it literally can be used just as a tool to make things easier to do. But when you take somebody that doesn't have talent and you're allowing them to basically skip steps off of the backs of other talented people who spent years crafting or, getting their, you know what I mean? They spent years learning this and getting good at it. And yet a lot of these models are basically stealing from talented people. And yet this dude who has no talent forever or, whatever, he puts in a couple of words and says, "This is my art." No, it's not. I'm sorry, but that is not your art. You can say, "Hey, I put in this phrase to get this, and I'm really pleased with how that turned out." That is a correct statement. You saying that all of a sudden you're an artist, that's not true. That's not true. So that's a really interesting conversation, especially when it comes to movies, when it comes to anything. But fan edits are one of those gray areas where, I mean, let's be honest, they're not legal anyway. So why would I want, if I'm going to be working at some point in the industry, which may or may not happen, but if that's true, why would I want to do something where it's not legal to host them? It's a thing, it's a thing. It's just a thing. Wait a minute. I think 2 hours isn't enough time to tell a story, so I think the medium is flawed by default, so I could never be into fan edits. Imagine folks who really dig them, watch them a bunch, or rather people who make them watch them a lot. Well, it's just I've always loved the ability to tell a complete story in the 2 hour, 3 hour, whatever, you know. I do, trust me, I dig a long story, a long drawn out, story with all kinds of twists and turns and all that stuff over months, years, whatever. I like that stuff too. But I've always loved movies, it's just always been something I love. So yeah. What if I edited the Fast movies and just put R&B's face on everyone instead? Will you watch them then? No. Do you think there's an active fan editing community for classic porno flicks? Maybe. I would not be surprised. I don't know, but I would not be surprised. That's like saying every guitarist is stealing from the cat that created the guitar. It be, brother, it be. How's your brother? I think anybody who learns things, they are assimilating that into their own whatever. It's just like, in a lot of ways, everything that I've written so far is a culmination of all the things that have made me who I am and all that. You can say that that's no different than what AI is doing. The difference is I learned how to write. Over time, I've gotten better and better and better. There's an amount of work that goes into it. I crafted the story myself. I didn't say, hey, whatever AI program, write me a story about this. And then it spit it out, and then I just changed some things. I don't want to write like that. I guarantee you there's a ton of people right now that are writing screenplays exactly like that. I want a movie where it mixes, we talked about it, the freaking Pumpkin Man. The whole Pumpkin Man story. I just made that up off the top of my head. I guarantee you could put that stuff in an AI generator thing and it will write you an entire script. And it might actually be good. But do you want to go through the rest of your life going, yeah, I'm the one that put in the prompt that wrote the Pumpkin Man script. Wait, you didn't write that? No. Freaking Chat Butthole did. Chat. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to work that way. I'm that guy that never used Cliff Notes back in the day. Because I like to read the book. Because I wanted to be the guy that knew things. And I wanted to know what the hell I was talking about. Does that make me right? No. But, I don't know. We'll get to the news in just a second. I still need to I'm almost caught up here. It drives me nuts that all the local restaurants in a small town are using this AI slop to make their advertisements instead of hiring someone like me to design something. That's another problem. That's definitely a problem. They shouldn't have to pay someone to make an advert. I don't know. Don't shame poverty. Nobody can afford marketing. But that's a really slippery slope, man. I can't afford this Maserati, so I should just get it for free? That logic can only get you so far, right? It's kind of like, look, I hate to bring up Tom Cruise in this way, but he said something recently that was really like, wow, that's really good. He said there's a lot of people that they're actually afraid to, make their lives better because they're so fearful. They're afraid of failure. So they'll never try to do a thing, whatever it is. He said, what I do is I'm afraid all the time. I'm afraid to do this thing, or I'm afraid to tackle this project. I'm afraid to whatever. He said, what I do is I write the thing. I write it down on a piece of paper. Here's the thing. Now, what do I need to do to get there? What work do I need to do? What class do I need to take? Who do I need to talk to? What are the things that I can do to make this happen? What is the work that I need to do? And that's the thing. Having this huge goal, it's not for the lazy. You have to work to get to that point. And the way that he was describing it, I was sitting there going, that's genius. That's real. I mean, it's obvious, really. It's like, well, I want to learn how to run a marathon. Well, if you don't know how to walk, that might be a problem. So maybe you need to learn to walk first. Then you need to learn how to jog. And then you need to learn how to run. Then you need to learn how to sprint. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's simplified, but that's kind of what it is. And it just made me go, that's actually really good. That's really good, Tom. I like that. And he says, I'm afraid all the time. Don't be afraid. He says, and he says, what ends up happening more often than not is the more that I work toward it, it's like things happen that help you along the way. Like it's kind of like have you ever bought a car and it's a certain color that you're like, I never thought I'd own a car that's this color. And then all of a sudden you notice all the other the same color cars everywhere on the highway. You know, I never noticed. I never really thought about it. It's the same sort of thing. The more that you work towards something, the more that it seems like things fall into place to help you make that goal happen, as long as you're willing to work for it. And so for me, something like AI could take a lot of that out of there. And if you're just cheating all the way to the top, I mean, look, hey, I'm sure there's plenty of CEOs in the world that have done that. But I don't want to live my life that way. I never have, and I never will. Well, I have cheated in many things, you know, like tests and things like that. But that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to try to do the thing. That's why the theme of this freaking show is do the thing. Because we should all just do the thing. Make it happen. It's not going to be easy, but it can happen if you're willing to work for it. But that's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. I learned to make music. I feel like AI learned from the same database. It just did it better than me. It still requires someone like me to decide if the AI work is good or not. Yeah. I covered an AI song on guitar for a friend on Instagram today because the AI song is so good it's stuck in my head. I'm not saying that it can't be used to do something, but the fact that you decided to learn how to play the song, then that makes it, at least there's a little bit of human touch there. But a lot of people just putting in, you know, hot chick that looks like so-and-so, looking like a mixture of Princess Leia and the mammoth from Ice Age. Enter. And then it's this amazing image. That might be amazing, actually. But this amazing image comes out. And then you go, I'm an artist now. No, you're not. You're a dude who put in words. It's not the same. It's just not the same. Tell me it's the same. Prove to me it's the same. You can't, because it's not the same. It's not the same as drawing that. What if I do a fan ed of Adventures of Game Chasing and put Rob's face on everyone? That would be wrong. I'd probably watch it for the lulz, but I guarantee you don't have the time to do that. Am I scum because I use AI to make my thumbs and background music? I don't have time, but I have the skills. No. And here's the difference. That's what it's all about. You. If you want to do that, here's the thing, Rufus. Do you call yourself an artist now? Because you're using that? Or are you honest with yourself and others about how you do it? To me, as long as you're honest, I don't think there's nothing really that badly wrong about it. I'm talking about you are right, but are you an artist that create, like, do you look at my work? Do you do that? I'm just curious. I'm not judging. I'm having a conversation here. You'd watch that Rob's face on everyone? I don't know. I'd watch a Star Fox movie. Vinny C. I'm actually kind of surprised that they've never, like, the Star Fox property, not Star Fox, but the actual Star Fox property seems right, you know, for exploitation. Meaning, hey, make a movie about that. I think it'd be cool. Tom Cruise's list, but, yeah, exactly. Star Fox Zero short film. I did not know that was such a thing. Speaking of Tom Cruise, I just posted something in the Discord, a short story about Tom Cruise. And look, Tom Cruise is, I mean, he's crazy, right? I think the Scientology stuff is nuts. It's just, to me, it's nuts. But you can't argue. The dude loves movies, and he's a cheerleader for movies. I love the fact that he goes to other premieres and he geeks out to the actors and anybody involved, right? I just think that's so awesome. Looking up a list of the top 10 blank is cheating in the same way. Should you have to work to find the top 10 things? I'm not following. I don't claim it as original. Well, there you go. But it's that's what I'm talking about, is when somebody goes, that has, and I could be completely wrong. Maybe they're like the amazing artists, and they just did this AI thing one time. But a lot of people, you know what I'm talking about, they do that and they go, I'm an artist. Or yeah. Okay, if you put in a prompt into AI and you say, give me a 45-minute short film that is Star Wars mixed with 28 Days Later. So it's a zombie Star Wars film, okay? There's actually an artist that has done a lot of zombie Star Wars stuff. But anyway, and it's actually, they're kind of neat. Some of them are really gross. But anyway, so you do that and it spits out a 45-minute video Star Wars zombie film, right? Do you go, I'm a director now? Go to Hollywood and see if anyone will hire you as a director after seeing the AI prompted video that you made. Just that's how I judge things. So there you go. Someone made Fox McCloud in Destiny 2. Looks so sick in that setting. I didn't know that. What's the better theme, James Bond or Mission Impossible? I mean, my subjective opinion, James Bond. That theme is so versatile. I'm full disclosure. I say I generated. Sometimes I slip and I say I made when it comes to the music, but 98% of it's trash. It does feel like I'm making the good ones. So much trial and error. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't take a little bit of work, but it's much different to compose an entire whatever. I don't know. It's like if someone hired you to do the thing that you say that you have done, like, for example, if somebody, the whole example, 45-minute, whatever, and someone hires you as a director, how far do you think you're going to get? A Fox and Space vids, which are amazing. I cannot believe it's already 9:30, guys. I cannot believe it. Yeah, Star Fox would be amazing as a... You're using another skill set that isn't yours, using top 10 lists or even reviews. Free Man Uncaged. One man's family fights to take back Hollywood from Tom Cruise. The cast characters Vin Diesel, Nicolas Cage, Brad Pitt, and of course Morgan Freeman. That's weird. Kind of want those original puppets though. Yeah, man, that could be cool. I'm sorry that there's no commands on YouTube. It sucks. It's hard work without the hire factor, and most of the good AI are paid. No, and here's the thing. Could you direct a movie after doing that? I don't think so. I don't want to start a fight, but I have to agree with Rob on the AI front. I mean, it's just, look, and again, I didn't even mean to get into that. But it's one of those things where when someone claims that they're an artist and all they did was put in a bunch of prompts, it's not the same. Dave has done many of his AI generated music, and I think they're funny, and some of them are catchy as hell. But do you think Dave says, I'm a really great musician now? Now, the difference is Dave also writes his own music too. But I don't think he would ever take the credit in the same way that a lot of these people online are taking credit for their stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to say. Let's get into the news because, man, we've gone way off the rails this week. First up, I know Iconic, he might have left after my diatribe or whatever, but that's fine. I didn't mean to irritate anybody and I'm not trying to, I don't know. I'm just a dude and I'm saying things. But he said that the new Superman movie might be shite, I believe is the word that he used. Well, you could get the chance to see the movie early. New report suggests Superman may have additional advance fan screenings. And they say that Gunn Superman set to release on July 11th. Of course, there will be premieres. There will be, oh, hi, Iconic. Good to see you, and good that you're still here. Good that you understand we're just dudes talking. It's no big deal. No ill will or anything like that. I do have my opinions on fan edits, but time will tell. Well, hey, I'm just going to talk about Superman for a minute. I just wanted to let people know that if they're interested in Superman, there are going to be early fan screenings, and they're talking about at least 3 days. Some are saying up to 7 or 8 days early. So here's the difference though. You have to have an Amazon Prime account to even be able to get tickets. So if you have an Amazon Prime account, when it becomes available, which is supposed to be, they're saying at least like a week, 2 weeks beforehand, what you do, sign into your Amazon Prime account, you click on the thing that says Superman tickets, you find whatever showing at whatever screen or whatever, hopefully there's one in your area. And if so, you can click on the button, buy 2 tickets. You're signed into your Amazon Prime account. It lets you buy the tickets. So it's a weird thing. It's the first time that I'm aware that you have to have a specific subscription to even get the chance to buy a fan screening ticket. Like most of the time, like when I get, every now and then I'll run across those fan screenings. And they're usually sometimes a week early. A lot of times it's like, if it comes out on Friday, right? Of course, there's the Thursday, like 3 o'clock showings, but I can get the tickets for Saturday at 7 p.m. the week before. So that's how I've gotten some reviews out early. It's not because I was invited by the studio or anything like that. God, I wish, but it doesn't happen to me. I get the early fan screening stuff. So when I'm doing my search for, hey, I want tickets to such and such movie, I do a search on Fandango and it'll tell me most of the time, if the tickets are available for pre-sale and there is also a fan screening, they will come available at the same time. So if you're interested in an early screening of Superman, you're going to have an Amazon Prime account in order to even get tickets for it. So that's the news. We don't know when they're going to be available yet. And there's been many people have said it's only going to be, it's like, so if it comes out on July 11th, on July 4th, it's going to go live on Amazon Prime. I don't know about that. It doesn't make sense. People are going to be out doing stuff, blowing up crap, right? But they're saying, some are saying a week early, some are saying up to 2 weeks early. There's going to be someone that's going, so I'm going to basically keep an eye on it because I would like to see Superman early, because the earlier I can see it, the more other movies I can watch or whatever. So there you go. There's that. I did want to bring this up, talk about AI. Did y'all see this? And of course, this is Jeff Keighley, who's, the dude that does the whatever the gaming things. But SAG-AFTRA filed an unfair labor practice charge against Epic for its use of AI for Darth Vader's voice in Fortnite. But here's the difference, and this is what I don't understand, and I know that this is like sort of a developing thing. This came up yesterday. Here's the thing about this. Apparently, James Earl Jones' family have given the go-ahead to do this. And on top of that, it was also James Earl Jones's wish to be, to have his AI voice available to be Darth Vader for things in the future. And that was a deal that he made with Disney. Now, I would think that in this case, Fortnite would have had to have cleared that with Disney before they were able to do anything like this. But we'll see. we'll see, because SAG-AFTRA, the Screen Actors Guild, has really kind of taken a hard stance on AI, on the use of AI. But if the actor gave his go-ahead before he died, I don't think they have a leg to stand on. We'll see how this plays out, but I think this is really interesting. And I don't give a shit about Fortnite, but I just think it's interesting. It's just interesting. You use a tool to create, like a digital brush or a synth. I mean, see, that's what I'm saying. All of these things. Wait. This is a very interesting comment by Rufus the Red, and I want to highlight it just because I have. Oh, wait a minute. I did 2 AI songs. I think they're catchy. I technically wrote the lyrics, but I didn't make those songs. Yeah, as long as you're truthful. There you go. But Rufus said, you used a tool to create, like a digital brush or a synth, fill tool, blur tool, magic wand selector. All of these things make a skill obsolete. Absolutely. But I am always honest. If someone asks me, I'm like, yeah, I use Photoshop with that. Not, look at me, I'm this amazing artist now. I can, you know what I mean? It's all the attitude, in my opinion. You can use any tool to get you to a certain place. And if that tool allows you to do that, then I'm kind of all for it. Except it's when someone puts in a few prompts. And sure, you have to redo it a few times because the first couple look like butthole. But you're not an artist. You're a guy who knows how to input a couple of keystrokes on a keyboard. That's it. Now, that AI creation that happened might outdo every living artist in the world, right? But you can't take credit for that. That's just my opinion. But hey, I'm excited for that new Superman movie, and that's coming from someone who's tired of hero movies for years. I mean, look, I don't know what they're doing. I'm so confused, especially that last trailer. I'm so confused about what the story is going to be. But that's really what it comes down to. What's the story? Is it well told? Does it have the verisimilitude? You know what I mean? Does it feel authentic? Is this new DCU that James Gunn is creating? Is it a world that I want to continue to see stories told in? That's what I'm into. I love world building. And that one is one that looks like it has an interesting world. Does everything work for me? Absolutely not. But we'll see. It's from Kingdom Come Superman, but it doesn't make sense because that Superman is much older. Who's to say that this isn't the younger version of that Superman? I don't know. The thing about that trailer, though, this last trailer, what really worked for me is when he gets mad when he's told that saving all those people's lives was a political problem. He's like, I don't give a crap. I wasn't trying to be American. I wasn't being, I mean, he didn't say it, but he's like, I'm not on either side. My side is my side. I saw it as a problem because people were going to die and I saved them. That's what's important. And I'm like, that sounds a lot like the Superman that I know and love. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't mind my skills becoming obsolete if it means some kid can use it to get out of the hood. Okay. What I'm trying to say is you just have to be honest. And every person who's ever going to pay you for a job, they will find out that you have no skill. If you try to, I mean, and some people might, like I said, if you can cheat your way to the top, I guess more power to you. But you have to live with that. You'll know that. You'll know that you skipped over, maybe some very, very talented people because you were able to put some really fancy keystrokes into a computer. You'll have to live with that. Some people won't care. because they got those monies. As long as I got the monies, I don't care where I got it from. I don't live my life that way. I live my life as if everyone that I ever cared about, and that anybody that loved me, or gave me any sort of training or education, anybody who was anybody who ever wanted me to see me succeed, would they be proud of what I'm doing? I don't know. Some people would be. There are going to be some people, and probably everybody's family, that they don't care how you got there as long as you got there, right? But a lot of the people that I really admire, the people that I looked up to, they would be upset to see that I took a bunch of shortcuts and skipped over people more talented than me. They would not be happy about it. So that's the moral standing that I have. Now, that doesn't mean I'm right or wrong. It just means you have to live with it. And if you can live with it, I guess there's nothing I can say. I also won't do porn for a living. That's because no one would pay to see me do anything. But yeah, I have no problem with somebody doing that. Hey, if that's hey, do the thing, man. Do the thing. You made it happen. You made the monies. That's fine. As long as you can sleep at night. The hell do I care? It's meant to be a Kryptonian symbol now, yeah? I mean, I don't know. As an avid reader of Superman, I can't wait for the new movie. Jody, I am too. I'm excited. The dude. Hip hop kids can just sample AI now and make original works and avoid lawsuits. How rad is that? I mean, it's fine. Hollywood is dying. One party expose away from us needing to start Hollywood from scratch. I mean, possibly. Paris, Texas, $5 on Voodoo Fandango Criterion sale. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, whoa. Okay, Shozama. This is actually really interesting, and I love this. Picked up Paris, Texas, which is a Criterion movie, $5 on Voodoo/Fandango Criterion sale. Not sure if iTunes is doing the same, but Voodoo has discounts on bundles by directors like Lynch, Jarmusch, Vim Vendors, right? 4K Yojimbo/Sanjuro, $15. Debating Basquiat? I can't remember. I don't know how to say that. $9.99. Paris, Texas, $5. 4K digital. Okay, wait a minute. Here's the thing. Are any of those movies anywhere? Because if they are, that's a hell of a deal. Hell of a deal. I look at those iTunes sales and the different thing sales. I look at them all the time. I had no idea that there was a Criterion sale going on. Holy crap. Why do I need to spend all the monies? But I do. Superman is loosely based on All-Star Superman, which I read. I really enjoyed that. So I'm very excited. I'm excited just to see what the new world is. I was excited for every one of the Snyderverse stuff. I really was. I was excited. Now, did all of it work for me? Not 100%. But when they said, hey, this isn't working, and it wasn't. Look at the box office. It wasn't working. Warner decided to move on. That's what happened. So at that point, now we can say, that's not for me. Or maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. All I know is for me, I want to watch the movie and see if it's good. That's it. I have a homie making an Alice in Wonderland YouTube audiobook / videos using AI pictures in her own voice. That's rad AF and minimally creative. I'm proud of her. Hey, that's cool. They would be proud of what you're doing until they hear you say blit. I mean, that's possible too. Chicks just showing a butthole and making bank off the same cats crying about AI. I'm not sure if you agree with me or not. All I'm trying to say is, hey, as long as you can sleep at night, you can do You do all the things. Okay, let me preface that. Let me change that. Let me modify that. As long as you can sleep at night and as long as you're not hurting anyone else, I'd say do the thing. I went to school with a girl who used to do porn. I used to talk to her at work when I would see her too. That's got to be, I wonder, is that awkward at all? Or is it just at that point, who cares? You know? Like she's just like, I'm over it. Like everybody I know could see me naked and it wouldn't matter. Same dudes crying about AI are paying women for butt pics. Well, I mean, that's possible too, but I mean, I don't know. Okay. News, a little bit of news. We only have 9 minutes left in the show. And then we're moving over to Discord to chat. And hopefully we can, look, I'm not saying that we can't talk about AI, and I'm not saying we can't talk about fan edits, but let's talk about something different. Let's talk about butt. Just kidding. I just wanted to bring this up for people who grew up with this and are fans of this. This was a kind of a weird thing that when they said they weren't going to do it anymore, and it was like, what? But, and as for Netflix, Sesame Street is joining the Netflix family. Brand new episodes, as well as past seasons, will premiere later this year. I'm just saying. That's a thing. That's happening. This is a little bit of a bummer, especially if you love Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill's live-action Voltron movie gets release update that's sure to disappoint fans. There is no release date, but this kind of hurts a little bit to say. It's not getting a theatrical release. It's going directly to Amazon Prime. It's a direct-to-streaming movie. So a movie with Henry Cavill and Sterling K. Brown, who I also really, especially after seeing the show Paradise over on Hulu, if you haven't seen that, oh my God, don't look any trailers, don't watch any reviews, just seriously, just go watch the first episode all the way through to the end of credits, and hopefully you like it. And if you don't, no big whoop. But if you get to the end, if you get it to when the credits roll and you aren't immediately like, oh my God, I got to see this, I got to see the rest of it, I don't know what to tell you. Because that's what happened to me. I got to the end of the credits, or to the credits, and I was like, oh my God, I gotta the next episode. Awesome. But Sterling K. Brown is going to be in this too. Voltron. Henry Cavill. And it's going directly to streaming. So I don't know. Do you guys have any thoughts on this? I don't know. It's kind of messed up. I thought this was actually good news, this next thing, that apparently, and this is just one example, but they said the IMAX CCO, the re-release of Interstellar, the holy crap, almost every showtime has been sold out for Sinners in IMAX. They've had such a huge, like, this swell of people that are like, I want to watch this in IMAX. I want to watch this in 70 millimeter. I want to see blah, 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 blah. They're saying we're going to install new projectors. And it says around 1 to 5 locations. I've heard as many as 10. I don't know if that's true or not. That's just what I heard. But I think that this is really cool. Because I think IMAX as a format, even though, I mean, let's be honest, not all of them, I don't know. I mean, like, I'm just thinking about this Justice League. I hate 4-3. Anyway, this is cool. More theaters is good. More projectors is good. I love it. And I love to hear that, because I thought Sinners was an amazing looking movie, and that people have, seriously, they keep selling out. 70 millimeter screenings are selling out of Sinners. It's coming back in the theaters. It's kind of nuts. So I just thought that was cool. I thought that was neat. And then finally, Alien Earth. First look at Noah Hawley's FX series as new details emerge. So, I don't know, man. I hope this is good. This is that same sort of situation where with Tony Gilroy in Andor, where you have a guy who basically said, I want to write a good story first and then add the alien in. And it's Tony Gilroy said that Andor is the culmination of a bunch of different stories about revolution that he's had in his head for years. And now he had the medium to tell that story. So he basically put this story into Star Wars. That's what I think is cool about the way that Noah Hawley has always said about Alien Earth, is that they started with a good story and then added the alien into it. So we'll see. So it says, Alien franchise fans have long awaited a look at Noah Hawley's upcoming FX series Alien Earth. That wait is officially over. Here's some pictures of. Here's the synopsis. In the year 2120, the Earth is governed by 5 corporations: Prodigy, Weyland-Yutani, Lynch, Dynamic, and Threshold. In this corporate era, cyborgs, humans with both biological and artificial parts, and synthetics, humanoid robots with artificial intelligence, exist alongside humans. But the game is changed when the Wunderkind, founder and CEO of Prodigy Corporation, unlocks a new technological advancement: hybrids. Humanoid robots infused with human consciousness. The first human hybrid, Prototype, named Wendy, marks a new dawn in the race for immortality. After a Weyland-Yutani spaceship collides with Prodigy City, Wendy and the other hybrids encounter mysterious life forms more terrifying than anyone could have ever imagined. And here's some of the photos of people in the show. Here is Timothy Oliphant as a character named Kirsch. Here is Sydney Chandler again as Wendy. There's a lot of people there. I don't know who they are, but there's Alex Lothar as Hermit, Diem Camille as Siberian, Mo Bar-El as Rashidi, Sandra Yee Sensendiver as Yutani. We saw Peter Weyland in Prometheus, in Prometheus, played by the guy that I really like, Australian guy. Why can't I come up with his name? I don't know, but that guy, you know the guy. Anyway, Samuel Biankin as Boy Cavalier, I guess. Alex Lothar as Hermit. David Riestal as Arthur. S.E. Davis as Dame Sylvia. Adrian M. Edmondson as Adam Eanes. I don't know. But that's it. Those are all the pictures. So no pictures of aliens or anything like that. But here's the thing. It is going to premiere Tuesday, August 12th at 8 p.m. Eastern. And it will be 2 episodes of an 8-episode season. So, 8-episode season, 2 episodes will premiere Tuesday, August 12th, 8 p.m. Eastern, on Hulu and the FX linear channel at 8 p.m. Eastern in the US via Disney Plus internationally. So, yeah. I'm a fan of Alien. I love the Alien franchise. I like what Noah Hawley said about this new series. I want to see it. A real butt is better than an AI butt. I mean, that's true. Doesn't look like iTunes doing the Criterion sale. Lately, Voodoo Fandango got a bunch of credit. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. And I have, all those accounts too. But I love the fact that Movies Anywhere will link everything together. So no matter where you buy something, you can always go to one location and for the most part, get all your stuff in one place. Like if it was a Fandango only thing, I don't know if I would buy it because I already have my iTunes account is full of movies, like a lot of movies. And I just don't want to have to go to different, like I hate the fact that when I bought Breaking Bad, when I redeemed it, it's only available on Vudu and it doesn't, you know what I mean? So it's like it's the only one that isn't available in iTunes. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. Anyway. Sucks I can't even show you the beautiful AI works that have brought tears to my eyes because I'll catch hate. You won't catch hate. Dude, there's an AI generated imagery subreddit, their sub channel thing on the Discord. We've created them live on stream. The only difference is when you sit there and you go, I'm an artist now. Because of that. You can be an artist in many different ways. But I don't think you're doing that. I don't think you're like sitting there going, I created this. This is all me. There's a big difference in those absolute, no talent people that are claiming to be artists. You're not doing that. So you're not going to get that hate. She didn't really care. We didn't really talk about it except for when I asked if she really did something. And yeah, the world does need Sesame Street. Yeah. Bring morals back. Oh, Staffa. Oh. I'm more interested in what Cavill's 40K project is going to be. Chris? Me too. Welcome, Chris, by the way. Good to see you. Voltron was one of my first anime. Voltron was awesome. I thought that was Winona for a sec. Yeah, I mean, it does look a lot like her. I can't wait for Kung Fury 2. Also, I got Red Shoes 4K for $5. Gonna wait for Basquiat and Jim Jarmusch for Payday. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna take a look. So many movies that I've really especially like classic movies that I've wanted to watch. They're available on HBO Max, yeah, they're changing it back to HBO Max, so I can say that now. So many of those are available there that it's hard for me to want to drop the money on a digital purchase when it doesn't come with anything extra. It's literally just the same thing as if I just watch it on HBO Max. I already pay for that. So why not just use that? Like Red Shoes, I think I watched on HBO Max and went, that's a beautiful movie. I'm glad I watched it. I don't need to own that one. So, and that's part of the reason why I have a very extensive list of movies, that Criterion movies, that I have in my wish list that I also have in my watch list on HBO Max. And when I watch them, if I like them, I've already got it in my wish list and I can just hit the button when they go on sale. Otherwise, I can take it out of my wish list if it's one of those where it's like, oh, I saw it. I'm glad I watched it. I don't need that movie. There you go. Now, here's the difference. Like I said, if I had all the monies, you bet your ass I would buy every single Criterion release there was. 1 to whatever they're on now, 1,200. I'd buy them all. All. Humanoid robots. Robots? Not robots. Building better worlds. I'm terrible with names. Yeah, I don't know. I was very terrible doing all that. Anyone else seeing Mission Impossible Final Reckoning? Well, there was a poll that I did earlier. Like, what were people going to watch? Some people said, I think 50% said they weren't going to the theater this weekend. And then of the other three options were Lilo and Stitch, Mission Impossible, and something else. Because I only get 4 options on the YouTube poll. Mission Impossible won, though. So of the people that are going to see a movie this weekend, Mission Impossible is going to be one of them. And I will be one of them. I'll be seeing it 5 p.m. on Thursday. I'm very excited. I'm more interested in the other alien life forms Whale and Yutani have that are supposed to be the most dangerous organisms in the galaxy. Well, I don't think there's anything more dangerous than the alien. At least when it comes to this part of the universe. I don't know if they're going to get into Predator stuff. Oh, and I think that Predator animated thing, there's a new trailer for that. And I think that comes June 6th. So I'm excited about that too. Criterion doesn't participate in movies anywhere. So there you go. Yeah. See, I don't know if I'll do it, but man, I might. I love Kung Fury. I hope the second holds up. I need to see the first one. So that secret level 40K episode was one of the most vivid animations that piqued my interest in having more. The colors on a giant screen with Dolby Vision. Let's be real. If you had enough money, you would buy your own salt mine to store all of your film collections. That too. KP Senti, welcome. Good to see you. And good to hear your voice on the old Minecraft Dave chats. Kung Fury is not going in the next poll. I mean, look, that's what it's for, right? Well, I mean, part of it, right? It's part of what it's for. So here's the thing. I know it's after 10 and we should just do this, but I got it. I got to pee right now. Like, I got to pee. So I'll be right back and then we'll wrap up the show and then we'll jump into Discord. Huh? Anybody want to do that? Anybody want to do that? All right. Be right back. Oh, it wasn't all peeing, okay? It wasn't all peeing. My wife is going to bed, and I wanted to say goodbye, or good night to her because she's going to work, and then, yeah, that's the thing. So she's going to bed right now. But hey, let's get caught up, and then we'll jump into the old Discord. So here, real quick. If you guys haven't joined the Discord, yes, Sega Steve, yeah, George went, man. We talked about him earlier in the stream. If you're not a member of the Discord, you can join the Discord, and then we're about to jump into the voice channels over on the Discord where we can chat. Like, you can actually ask me questions, or I can ask you questions, or we can just have a conversation, or two of you can yell at each other. I don't know. It's going to be fun. Respectfully, everybody respect each other and all that kind of thing. This isn't a thing, but yeah, y'all should, if you want to, come hang out. Let's see. I felt like I didn't come out a lot on the Minecraft streams, but no, I mean, you're Catchy Flame, right? KP Senti, right? Isn't that right? I mean, I just think it's cool that, I wish I played more games, so that everybody could come on and hang out and do things. So I think it's fun. We need more frequent polls. Okay. I got a poll right here. No, I'm kidding. Hey, it's Order 42 after dark. It's about to get crazy. It's about to get crazy up in here. Probably can't join tonight. I'm but tired. Carbonite, it's no big deal. I'm just glad you're here. I'm glad all y'all are here. Any of y'all are here. I'm watching the True Survivor music video from Kung Fury. See, I think I've seen that. I've never seen the full movie. If the xenomorph is the most dangerous organism in the universe, what would be the least dangerous? A Gungan, Alf, or whatever E.T. or Yoda are? I don't think Yoda would be considered the least dangerous, considering he can, I don't know. Probably Alf. Alf. I'll hop in for a few, okay? I'll put the link for the sale at General Movie Chat. Thank you. I appreciate that. And no, like I said, I wasn't peeing the whole time. Yeah, you're catchy. See? Yeah, there you go. Anyone seen The Keep from 1983 by Michael Mann? Is it worth watching? That's one that I was interested in. They were doing that new 4K release. And I don't know. I don't know. I never saw it. I know that he doesn't like it. Like he's embarrassed about it. But I don't know. Stream the first 10 minutes of Lawnmower Man. Yeah, it won't work through OBS and through this stuff. It won't work. So I might post a funny DVD find during the Discord in a bit. Hey, that's fine. That's cool. But hey, I'm in there. I'm in there right now. So, if you want, get in here and let's do this thing. Because that's the way it's going to happen. We're just going to have a good time. We're going to have us some fun. We're going to have us some fun. We're going to have us some fun. Anyway. You're in there like swimwear? I mean, sure. Look, there's Rufus the Red is already in here. Awesome. Awesome. Anybody else want to jump in? Let's just do it. Let's do the thing. In fact, I'll just say this. Thank you guys for watching. If you're headed to bed, that's fine. We're going to hang out. We're going to chat. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. But I hope you had a fun stream. I did. And of course, if you're going to be in Houston this weekend, go to Retropalooza Houston. It's going to be a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make it, but it's going to be great anyway. So y'all have a great night. And I will see you on the next stream. And maybe, definitely a review on Thursday for Mission Impossible. So we'll see you later. Bye. So get in here. Get in here.